everyone! Hello and welcome to Age of Legend Season 3, Episode 6. Episode 6. First of all, we want to thank you for joining us as always. A few quick announcements. If you'd like to help us and support us, please go to our Ko-Fi and give whatever you can. It's going to help us out a lot. If you want to help our amazing artist, Zach the Drac, please go find them at that handle on Twitter. Ask them for some commissions. They love it. We'd love it. Everyone loves it because they're amazing and they deserve it. Last and not least, we are count them, two subscribers away from hitting 1,000. And that is definitely a goal. If we can, please get us to 1,000. If you do, I'll treat it like a level 5 hype train and try to throw some interesting twist or whatever at the party and for you all. So, that being said, let's get into today's episode. We're going to start off by saying hello to these amazing legends that you see before you, starting with Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
I was muted. Hello, my name is Sidney. I play Ilona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and our pronouns are she, her.
Yeah. Next up, we have Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, everyone. I am Wes. I play Dragon Targier, the Duskwalker Magus who loves blowing things up with fire, as some of you may know. And we're both he, him.
Excellent. Next up, we have Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Howdy. I'm Randy Alvarenga, and I play Lothir Vanlinson, our human druid, trying to make the world a little bit better, a little at a time, and our pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Next up, we have Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, it is Sam. It is I. I play Ichipuktan Papakui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita. And my voice is a little crazy today. But our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Well, next up, we have Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shionobis, the Elven Ranger. We both go by she, her.
Excellent. Well, that just leaves me. My name is PJ. I'm the GM for Edge of Legend here on Nat20 Productions Official on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone else. Quick recap. If you haven't had the chance to see Sidney do the recap, always does an amazing job. Please go check out our YouTube, youtube.com/Nat20Prods. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out after the show. Here's a small recap in case you haven't. There was a huge revelation about how the steel price is related to somebody in the party, and they had a small conversation about that. Meanwhile, as they ambush the steel price, someone slaps an old reliable door on their forehead, and Shionobis goes in. And Shionobis kind of went for a wild ride there, dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of awesome stuff. Coming out with that moment, there was some great scenes and some dialogue and some catching up, and then in the process, a ritual was done to make the steel price a non-lethal entity, which robbed him of his status as the steel price. Then there was some conversation about what to do with the egg, how can we get it to a safe place where Koga won't send another avatar to destroy it. And the steel price, now no longer the steel price, offered to have a tournament that he's been trying to hold for 2 years now, where the winner gets a wish spell granted to them by him, but only as an avatar. So there is a small moment where Ilona and the steel price get to catch up and talk a little bit, and then the steel price tricks her into stabbing him. And then Koga gives her option. Yes? Was it?
No.
No.
He ran into my knife.
I'm sorry, was that?
He ran into the
ran
knife
into
that he
my
handed
knife.
me.
10 times.
10 times. Thank you. Hero point, Randy.
Yes, thank you,
Hero
Randy.
point.
No,
I'm gonna give
it
one to
wasn't
Sidney,
you,
too.
That was me.
You?
It was
That's
Kylie.
Everyone gets a hero point.
Dare.
Ah,
He had it
I
coming.
was thinking it too, but as soon as Kylie said it, I was like, I have to also say it.
I'll give everyone the extra hero point because he had it coming.
yeah, Reef's like he's right. Technically, he ran into his own damn knife. He just gave it to me
True.
to hold it for
I
some
mean,
reason.
Again, tricked you. But as he lay dying and bleeding, Koga gave Ilona a choice. You can become the Steel Price and become the Avatar of War, or, don't. And he'll, come back because he's dying. So, whatever. And it was like, do you want the power or not? She said no, and he came back. Now, this is where we're at right now. What do you want from me? It was a Hail Mary in the moment. So now we're back. And the plan so far is the heroes are going to participate in this tournament of champions against one person they know and one person they don't. And the winner gets a wish spell. Now, we're going to open up back there before the tournament has even been set. You all wish to deliberate and congregate amongst yourselves before going off into a fight to the death tournament where if you die, clerics of Koga will make sure that you're resurrected.
I have a quick question. So we did that ritual to make sure that the Steel Price could only deal non-lethal damage. And in doing so, we also ensured that Ilona, Lothier, and Dragon could only do non-lethal damage.
So what you're arguing is that the knife thing shouldn't have happened, or?
I'm wondering if that undid everything or if it just undid the Steel Price.
I will give
Because a fight to the death is going to be very complicated if
none of us can do lethal
That's
damage.
what I was talking about last time.
I will give narrative control to you all. Will this allow you to commit lethal force since this action happened, or not?
Like I said, I'm just.
I mean, the
gonna
ritual
drop a
wasn't
rock on someone's
permanent,
head.
so my vote as a player is there's enough time between the beginning of this little ceremony and from when we did the ritual that we can do it. But that's my vote.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was only supposed to do non-lethal damage for a certain amount of time. I don't know how much time is going to pass between now and the ritual. But I feel like it probably would have not worked by now. I would assume.
Okay.
I don't know how long. It said the ritual was said to last for an undetermined amount of time. The likes of which we thought we were going to use it to take down the Steel Price, but instead we decided to therapize him, as we love to do. So
face.
We are all rested and stuff, right? Like I can switch my spells out because if I'm fighting my friends, I probably don't want Disintegrate as one of my spells.
well, it is.
Are we taking a long
Because
rest?
that would
Please tell me we're taking a long rest.
that wouldn't work with the whole revive thing.
Let me look into that actually. Kylie, what were you saying?
Are we taking a long rest? Please tell me we're taking a long rest.
Long rest, absolutely.
Sweet.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
the Steel Prize would make sure that everyone would have full HP and full spell slots, because it's not a fair competition if someone walks in half dead and with no powers. So
I'm actually curious to see how Ichi feels about this, because Ichi was the one originally who got the invite to do this.
I mean, technically, she was one of many. A lot of y'all got the invite, but she was one, absolutely.
I thought it was just Ichi.
Mm-mm. Yes, how does Ichi feel about this?
He should be like, well, I mean, I can fight under any circumstances, but I really would like the option to kick somebody's ass hard enough that they don't get back up if needed to be. But I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I think that we have the best option laid out before us. We get a wish spell. Hopefully we can use it to save the baby dragon of peace and save Koga. Can the god of war and the dragon of world peace exist in the same timeline? I don't know. But if there was a way to make it happen, a wish spell definitely would do it. We just have to make a promise to each other that if one of us gets the wish spell, we're actually going to use it to help save the world and not use it for anything else.
Don't look at me like that.
I'm just saying.
I mean-
I'm also. Look. I'll admit I've done some dumb things in the past. They were fun though, but I'm not gonna like sacrifice the world peace, for like a new sword or something.
Or a dragon.
or for my friends to live forever. It's whatever. It's fine.
Oh. All right, so we're on the same page. We're going to use the wish spell in some way to save both the God of War and the baby dragon of peace.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Great. Good. I really hope no one's crossing their fingers right now.
Dragon.
What?
Amazing.
Look, all I'm saying is we don't have to use the wish spell right away. We can have a discussion for how we should word it after the fact.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should all talk about it together.
Yeah. And everyone stop looking at me. All right. I may be the slightly irresponsible one, but come on.
No, you're not that irresponsible. You did give away your gigantic the Shionabis. I see you. You guys work that out amongst yourselves. With that, I think we're ready.
Okay. A wish for
Also,
free coffee for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing Dragon was thinking was that if Ichi won, it would be the NCC would just be destroyed immediately.
I would never, ever use the wish spell for that. I want to see them crumble under my own fingertips.
Fair. Very fair. That's correct.
GM approved. All
Also,
right.
PJ,
Mm-hmm.
where are we at with Disintegrate? I'm assuming that you can't be revived from dust.
Right. Let me look at the spell. I was looking to see if there was a bigger spell.
That's real.
Mhm.
My internet was acting weird earlier too.
Oh, we're back. Cool. Hello.
Are we?
Yes, we are. Oh, we barely dodged that. Yeah, sorry. The internet sucks because I'm in Santa Clarita and it's hot as holy hell. But I basically did a free plug for Archives of Nethys, #non-sponsored. If you want to have free information sponsored by Paizo Direct, go to Archives of Nethys. So let's see here. Let's see what Disintegrate says. On a critical hit, treat the result is 1 degree worse, blah, blah, blah. An object you hit is destroyed. It's an object, not a person.
Keep reading.
Yep. Make sure I get the right spot. Okay. A creature reduced to 0 hit points is reduced to fine powder. Its gear remains. Now, it's reduced to fine powder, but I'm trying to see if there's a 9th level resurrection spell that could bypass that.
I definitely don't have access to 9th level spells yet.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, they're the priests of Koga, right?
Yeah. They would be able to bring you back from the dead.
I don't want to rely on that.
Yeah.
That's where Dragon's thought is too. It's just be like, oops, I guess we killed all the protectors of the egg. Oh no.
Oh, wait. Nope. There's a level 10 spell called Revival. And the last sentence is, Revival cannot resurrect creatures killed by disintegrate or a death effect. And
Right.
That's what I figured.
if a 10th level spell can't do it, ain't nothing doing it. And I want to make sure that is canon and understood. So there you go.
All right. So we're not disintegrating each other.
Nope.
Got it.
Cool. Can we also make it so disintegrate is an illegal spell to use in this competition, so none of the NPCs you're making can use it?
Well, the good thing is none of the NPCs I have for this have that spell. So moot
Okay.
point. But in general, I will say
Yes.
yes. Because the whole point of this is that it's a fight to the death where people, aren't permanently dead. So disintegration, no go.
Cool. I love that for us. All right, who's ready to fight to the death, everybody? This is
I need
this goes.
us to talk a little bit more because I at least have to change 3 more spells.
Okay. I'll tell you
Okay.
what. While you're doing that, can I get everyone to roll me a d8? And if you roll an 8, roll again.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah. 2.
D8.
And I kicker, sir.
I rolled an 8. I have
And
to
I
roll again.
kicker, sir.
7.
shit.
I also rolled a 7.
Okay.
I rolled
You rolled a what, Sidney?
an 8, but now I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I thought these were going to be our pairings, and I'm like, oh god, am I fighting Randy first?
I mean, we'll see what happens. Sam, what was your roll?
CX.
CX. Okay.
No,
All right. Now, so who else rolled a 7? Dragon, you rolled a 7?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
And Randy.
Yeah.
Can you both roll again?
Yeah.
I rolled mine after him, so if he wants to
Okay.
keep a 7.
I rolled an 8 again.
I
tell you
rolled a
what.
6.
Okay. Well, I need you to roll again either way because Ichi's already got 6. I'm gonna keep Lothier at 7, so you don't have to worry
I
about
got-
rolling again.
Another
Okay.
6.
Cool. I am 7.
Why don't you just
And
give me the last
I'm
number?
about to die.
8.
8.
Yeah, just give me whatever's left. I've rolled 4 7s and 2 6s and 2 8s.
Okay. Give you that. I like that. That sounds interesting. Let's put him there. Let's put him there. All right. I'll be right back. Please talk amongst yourself and continue preparations for the tournament.
This is gonna go so bad, and I
I
already know
hate it.
you're
All
all
right.
gonna murder me.
Can I chat? Like, you can tell that Dragon is nervous right now.
Hmm.
Can I talk to you guys for a second? I don't think I can hurt any of you.
Oh, you can. You really. I see what you do to people. You
Not-
could.
not-
You definitely could.
I don't mean physically. Like, I could physically. I don't think I can bring myself to actually harm any of you. You guys are my family, my friends. Like, I mean, Shianabis obviously. I mean, has killed probably friends in the past, or burned their ships. And how many times have you killed Morel? I don't remember.
I did not kill him.
She
was
just
just
ordered a gigantic
dying.
bus. He was just in dying.
He
That
was just
counts.
in bleeding out. No, he was bleeding out. I didn't kill him.
That's pretty
There's just
close to
bleeding.
dying. I would
It's
count
not though.
it. But is it not?
It
It's-
sounds
he-
pretty close.
His eyes were still open. He's fine.
People die with their eyes open all the time.
Uh-huh.
That's really creepy. And I don't
Yeah,
know
when
why people do that. Say it was sleeping with their eyes.
When you
open.
kill
I find
them
that
really
creepy.
quickly, their eyes stay open. Trust me.
The fact that you know that. Are you?
You
That
guys
close to
have
someone
seen
when
me
they
kill
die?
so many people.
But are you that close to them when they die?
I use a sword.
Oh, see, I don't do close combat.
I know.
Hard pass.
Listen, Dragon, I understand that you don't want to hurt us, and I get it, but we don't really have much else of a choice. I can't think of any better way to do this, can you? Unless you just stand there and let us hurt you, which doesn't sound like it's very fun either.
I
Yeah, that-
know. I have this sinking suspicion that this is a trap, and that if we kill each other, we might not come back. I'm worried to lose my friends. All right.
That makes sense.
Good point.
But I don't think that the steel price is lying to us.
All
I
right.
think you're telling the truth. So
All right. I'll trust you. I have my reservations about this. And as much as I want to, fight some of you to see just for fun, but I don't want to cause any of you pain.
then make it painless.
I don't know if you know how swords and things work, Ilona. I know you just punch stuff and cast spells at them, but it does hurt. Still.
Just lop off our heads or something. I don't know.
I mean, they can put us back together, right?
All right, everyone, you're thinking of this the wrong way. Think about it when you arm wrestle me or when you're doing push-ups with me. It hurts, doesn't it? Right, Sidney?
It does hurt.
It
Quite a bit.
hurts. It hurts a lot. But we do it anyway because it's good for us and for the greater good because it makes us stronger and then we can help people. And that's what we're doing, right? We're helping people by killing each other.
How is being blown apart by a fireball the same as doing push-ups?
It hurts.
Well, with this wish spell, we have the chance to save peace.
All right. You're right. You're right. There's more important things. I don't like it. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I know you've seen me fight a lot of things, but this is crossing a line for me.
Would it help if we all hugged each other first?
You would.
Okay, come here.
I'm gonna go give them a hug.
Ichi
It's like a trap.
just goes to hug and just kind of rock dwarfs everybody into a giant group hug, even though she has short arms. No one really understands how she does it.
That's so cute.
Ichi
All right.
picks us all up.
That's what I call the Ichi special.
I like it.
All right, everyone. I'm going to give you all one more hero point. So that should put you at a total of 3.
Mm. Mm.
With that, Steel Price, now no longer his 5'9" half-elf self, now back to his 8-foot tall, bald elf made of steel, looks to you all. All right. I'm going to teleport us to the tournament grounds. They are in Agrippa upon a bear in the Colosseum there. We're going to go there, tell you the rules, and they'll begin combat. Are you ready? Okay. And with that, you see time and space dilate and collapse, and it stretches your very fiber to its core as a 10th level teleporting spell warps you across the humongous sea and down to Agrippa upon a bear in the Alphon continent. And you find yourselves in a massive 100 by 200 foot-sized arena designed to kind of resemble a jungle environment. And then this announcement begins to play loudly. From what you can tell, this jungle environment is made by magic, this artificial construct of druid and clerical magics to create this place. And you can see arching into the sunlight itself, almost blocking the sky and clouds, this arena for people to sit from all over the world to watch this big deal, but it's empty. This is a special competition between the 7 of you. All right, here's the rules. In the interest of time, because I can't stop the war march and I can't stop the tactician, this competition is to happen simultaneously. Normally, it'd be one-on-one competition lasting about a week or so. But instead, all 7 of you who have answered the call will be placed in this environment. There's only one way to win. In the dead center of this arena, there is a sword, a blade of koga, trapped in a stone dais. You can either get it first, or kill everyone else in your way and win by default. And, as per regulations, disintegration spells are not on the table. But nothing else is illegal. The clerics of Koga are watching you. And when you die, they'll be there to make sure that you are resurrected somewhere outside the battlefield safely. Fight hard. Kill swiftly. And be shrewd. And the timer starts now. Good luck, mortals, and let the god of steel strength, struggle, and strife guide you. The Champions Cup begins now! And with this wave of his hand, steel bursts in the sky, making a shrapnel of fireworks, crashing like edge against edge. You can hear the screams of battlefields 40,000 years old as the timer goes off. You have all been teleported into a thick and isolated part of this jungle. The one thing you know for sure, equidistant by 100 feet in the center of this jungle is the winning location. You find somebody, you kill somebody, or you run faster. Now, everyone roll initiative. You don't know who you're near or close to, but we'll continue from there.
27 initiative for Dragon.
35 for Lona.
38.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, let's go, Lothier.
I'm not excited about
You're in the
this.
jungle. This is your element. You're surrounded by nature.
Mhm.
So much nature.
That's not why I'm not excited, you guys.
Showing
Well,
base, what was
32.
yours? 32?
Yeah, I know. Whew.
Ichi,
We
what
all
was
just
yours?
Don't fight each other.
34.
34. Okay. Hold on. A total of... Okay.
I keep forgetting there's other NPCs that he said were gonna be here.
Yeah.
Those are who I'm worried about.
Mm.
All right.
Oh,
I
hey,
fixed it.
Pete.
I fixed it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I fixed it. We're good. Okay. Cool. Okay. I have the turn order. Ilona, somewhere in the distance, you can tell a spell is cast. That's one turn. Next up, Lothier.
I don't see anyone near me, correct?
Not yet.
He sort of looks around at all the trees. He closes his eyes and he casts solid fog for 120 feet inside this jungle. It's just obscuring mist that no one can see around. Except me, because I have vision through fog.
This
Oh.
is incredible.
Now, that was 2 actions to cast, correct?
Yes.
Everyone is...
No, that was all 3.
Oh, they're all 3? Okay, cool. So, that is your turn. Next up.
I hate that.
Jonas, what's your AC?
No.
My AC?
Mm-hmm.
32.
32. Oh, this is gonna suck for you. Okay, hold on. I need to make a fortitude save.
What?
I'm literally just standing here. That's a 34.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're at 1 HP.
What?
Suddenly you look down. Vibrating in your chest is a familiar blue-edged axe. Stomping through the forest, you hear a voice. I think you still owe me that boat. With an extended hand, the axe flies back into the palms of Larian Voss. Shirtless and covered in 2 buckets of water. And looking at you dripping wet, going, no hard feelings, Yonibus, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. That is Larian Voss's turn.
Yes, hard feelings.
Next up, Ilona, you are 100 feet away from the dais. You can see a thick fog start to roll in from the north. What do you do?
Can I see the dais, or is it obscured by jungle?
Thick, dense jungle. You just know it's 100 feet directly in front of you.
Good. I'm casting locate,
It is
so I
100.
know where I'm going.
Oh, perfect. Got it. Okay. Yeah, your brain's telling you it's 100 feet right in front of you. Describe for me what it's like when you cast this spell. What the location work like for you?
So locate means that I can like beacon onto this object. So I know where it is for the duration of this spell, which I believe is 10 minutes. I can tell where this object is. So I cast locate, and so you see coming from Ilona's forehead this purple passion flower kind of blooming in a circular way, spreading its way across her temples, connecting the back to form a crown. While she has this crown on her forehead, she is able to tap into exactly where that sword is, and it glows faintly in the rolling mist that's about to come in. And she's gonna dash
Okay.
right towards it.
So, how many actions you cast locate?
To cast locate, it is two actions.
Okay, so you have one more action left to move. What's your speed? 25?
My speed is 25. Yeah.
Okay. You are a quarter of the way there. Now,
Oh.
Ichi, you see somewhere far off to the north a mist start to roll in. You see a spell go off and another spell go off, both to your right. You hear a horrible, devastating crunch way off in the distance. What do you do?
I am going to bring up my spirit's interference. So you see her focus, and she's gonna rage too. So I'm gonna say this kind of happens, even though it's two actions together, kind of happens at the same time. She starts to rage, and that like bright blue spirit energy like overtakes her eyes, and then it surrounds her in a circle. And from that, this spiritual energy comes up, and you see these spirit guardians just surround her as she starts to run towards it. So any ranged attacks has to make a flat DC of 5, or else they will not hit me at all.
Okay. Okay, and you have... Those are 2 actions, right? To activate the ability and rage. So you have 1 action to move?
And then run, yeah.
Okay. So that means you run 25 feet, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. 25 feet. You're a quarter of the way there. Shionibus.
I am running to catch up with Ilona.
So, looking around, you can see, coming from your northeast, a big plume of smoke and fog is rushing in. Larian Voss is looking at you dead to rights. You can't see anyone else around you so far.
I want to cast darkness on myself,
Okay.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Is that a 2-action spell or a 3-action spell?
2 actions.
2-action spell. Do you want to move with that last action?
Yeah, so I was moving and then casting darkness.
Right, I apologize. Okay, cool. What's your speed?
30.
30. You are a third of the way there as you are sprinting. Now, ending the round. Dragon. You can see this massive blue axe just reaping and scything the jungle as you can kind of hear this conversation happening to the east a little bit from you. And of course, a huge smoke plume starts to come from the north. What do you do?
So Dragon sees all this stuff happening, sees the fog, pretty much knows it's Lothier, and just shakes his head and is gonna cast Dragon Form,
All right.
turning into a massive red dragon.
Okay.
Using his fly movement to fly 100 feet straight up in the air,
Mhm.
and then use his last action to fly 100 feet toward the sword.
Okay. 1 second. So you see in this kind of almost Legend of Zelda-esque growth of nature and opening a very crude stone, very simple stone dais, and put inside is the crossblade of Koga. And as you get close, I need you to make a will save.
Will save.
DC
Oh boy.
is 33.
Hero point. Dang it! Come on, dice. All right, one more hero point, and then I'm. Okay. All right. That is a 33.
33. Okay, success. The target is stunned 1, which means as you come swooping in to get this sword, you suddenly see everything go pitch black. Stars twinkling as a full moon is in the night, and this voice extends to you. No. No, I need you to stop what you're doing. Consider killing for me. But of course, to shake it off is no hard effort, but it does take all of your focus to break yourself away from the god of madness, midnights, and nightmares.
False.
So you're up in the air, you're about to dive, and that's when it takes over. It's the end of your turn.
Oh no, he's not trying to dive. He wants to fly. He's trying to get over the area.
Oh, well, either way, the second
Yeah.
movement is going to be interrupted.
Okay.
Because
but I
that's
am
it.
100 feet straight up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
You're still 100 feet up there, I'll give you that. With that, I believe round 1 is done. Round 2. Top of the round. Hold on. What was the flat DC for you, Lothier?
The flat DC?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Didn't you say when you're in the mist, there's like a flat DC to hit you or something?
No. I can see is what I was saying. Like it obscures vision. It's the same as an obscuring fog, so it makes it harder to hit me.
Okay.
Flat DC's for my thing.
My bad. Thank you so much. Okay. So obscuring fog, obscuring mist. I'll worry about it
It's
later.
just 120 feet. I can let me. I'll read it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only. Yeah. I made a mistake. So this is. I'm glad you called it. It's not that big of fog. It's tiny fog. It's 20 feet of fog.
Okay.
It's 120 feet. I can cast it. Is what that is. I
Okay.
misread that. Still cool.
Still
Just
awesome.
less cool.
Druid's got like such good spells. All right.
Also, because I'm a red dragon, I can see through it.
Mhm.
Ah, how far is Wes flying from where I am? Just. wanna know.
We'll find out later. So, okay. Then Ichi. This is going to work on you then. With a dive face of 14, they are going to spot you. With a dive face of 14, they are going to attack you. Well, dive face of 14. With their actual actions, they're going to attack you. This is so dumb. Okay. What is your fortitude DC?
What is my fortitude DC? 21.
Okay. Is 21 your bonus, or is that the full thing?
Plus 21.
Okay, so it'd be 31. Cool.
Oh.
No, sorry, I'm just doing from my mental math. But that's a really good fortitude save, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's strong.
Strong. So this is going to be a success. As you're running, suddenly you hear the sound of water. Not pure water dripping peacefully from a leaf in Asmacon. This kind of thick, greasy, salty water, almost like it's being passed by an oar in some gross dock, and suddenly black tentacles rise from the ground and grab you in moss and begin to crush you. You will be taking 6d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Also, I cannot be flat-footed to hitting creatures, just so you know.
Perfect. Interesting. Even while grabbed?
That is one of my raging benefits.
All right.
I deny advantage.
Cool. Okay, so it's going to be 6, 10, 13, 17, 18. You're going to be taking 22 bludgeoning damage as these kind of greasy tentacles begin to wrap around you and slowly crush you. If you want to break out, you're going to have to do an escape check on your turn.
Okay. What was the total damage?
I believe, hold on, 6, 10, 13, 17, 18, 22. 22 bludgeoning damage.
22 bludgeoning. And that's not negative damage, right?
Nope, just bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And these tentacles wrap around you and begin to squeeze the life out of you. And you kind of see like a shimmer move through the foliage. Next up, we have Lothier.
Okay. Yeah. Can I see a dragon flying overhead?
Absolutely. 100 feet above you, hard to miss, big red dragon.
100 feet above me. I'm sorry, Wes. I'm gonna dispel magic.
Let's go! Okay. I believe that's a counteract check to dispel.
It says cast Semitic 120 feet spell effect. So the spell effect is dragon form,
Okay.
right?
Yes. I'm just thinking that when you cast a spell, I want to say it's a counteract check. Let me look at
Yes,
spell
you're
magic.
right.
Okay.
Attempt to counteract check against
Cool.
the target.
So here's what's going to happen. You're going to roll a nature check, and Dragon's going to roll an arcana check.
Mhm.
Highest roll determines what happens.
Oh man.
Ooh,
Okay.
boy.
I have not had to run a counteract check, I think, the entire campaign. So this is unique. I'm loving this.
Okay. All right. 15 plus. You said my nature.
Mm-hmm.
I need math. 18 plus 23.
Ooh, yeah, you beat me. I rolled a 9 on the die face, so it's a 31 for me. So you rolled a 41, so that's a critical.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, critical success. The target, if it's the counteract level, is no more than 3 levels higher than your spell. Done. So, what level spell was that dragon spell?
I
6.
cast it. Yeah. It's
Cool.
not 3 or more. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So, unfortunately, Dragon, you're now left in midair.
Ah!
No longer a flying creature. 100 feet above the ground, I should also add. Well, Dispel Magic is 2 actions. That leaves you with 1 more action, Lothier. What are you going to do?
I am going to cast haste on myself.
Okay. That gives you, I believe, a free action now that you can use to strike or stride.
Yep. I'm going to stride.
Okay, another 25 feet puts you at a total of 50. You are now halfway to the dais.
And you if the camera is like over him, he's like, "Come on, I know you got something. Do it. I know you'll be fine, right? Please, please."
All right, well, after Lothier comes... So, Shionibus. Hands turning into his axe like revving a motorcycle. You see Larry and Voss look at you. Looks at the big dragon. Sees it transform. Squints at it. Oh, you want to meet a dragon? And starts swinging his axe above his head. you see a massive spray of sea mist come from over yonder, and suddenly, rising from the coast, you see Yorgamat, the dragon god of vengeance. Hello, sea wolf. Hello, worm. That one thought he was a dragon. Prove him wrong. Yorgamat, the god of vengeance, the dragon god of vengeance, tries to strike at Dragon. Pull up this character sheet, so here we go. Yeah. I'm gonna say you're not flat-footed, but there's a 34 hit you.
Just barely.
Just barely. Okay. Then you are going to take...
I'm guessing I don't get an attack of opportunity, but
I mean, if you want to. No, actually, no. Because he's entering your square. He's not moving past it or leaving it.
okay.
You're going to take a total of... Well, I need D4s. I did not prep D4s. 1 second.
I mean, D4s, that sounds good.
Well, added to.
Oh, dang it.
All right. So, going to take. I'm just gonna make these D6s and make my life better. There we go. Okay. We're taking another 27 piercing and acid damage as this massive maul sinks its teeth right into your body. And with that, that's Larian Voss's turn done. Although, now you're no longer about to fall, because you're in Yorgamat's mouth. Next up, Ilona.
Yeah, okay, so I'm still running.
Okay. You're
I'm
gonna be...
using my action to dash, but I'm also using it to cast Righteous Might on myself, which is 2 actions. And Righteous Might is the pseudo avatar form.
Okay.
Ding.
So, and that's 2 actions to cast pseudo avatar form.
Yes, only 2. So my AC is now 20 plus my level. I get 10 temporary additional HP. I get 40 feet of speed. I get resistance 3 to physical damage, and my athletics check is a plus 23.
Okay.
So I'd like to transform and then dash 40 feet, please.
Okay, so
Thanks.
40 feet, you're at 25, you're now at 65. That puts you at half.
Hey.
You're half the way there. Meanwhile, you're... Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. I love those. Sweet. That's a 30. That's a 35.
35. Okay. You notice the brush and flora of the jungle are just breaking and snapping and moving in the way as a lithe body is just sprinting ahead of you through the jungle in the direction that your location spell is going off, telling you they're gonna make it to the dais, potentially. Whatever that.
Who's gonna make it before me?
Whatever, potentially whoever that body is, it's moving. You can't see a body. You just see the world around it breaking apart.
Fucking lamb. Damn it. Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Damn it.
but
Fine.
you're close. You're both of you, about halfway there. Next up, after Ilona, Ichi. Ichi, you are stuck in these black tentacles that are continuously crushing you. At the end of your turn, if you're still in there, you'll take more bludgeoning damage.
Not for long. I want to tear him apart. Get
Okay.
out of here.
All right. For your escape check, the DC to beat is a 33.
Okay, and this is athletics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a hero point because I don't like that. roll. Come on, Ichi. You've been taking Choco meat. I don't know if that's gonna do it either, but let's see. Oh yeah, it does. 34. Wait, what was the
33. You break out of the black tentacle spell, and you have 2 more actions left.
Okay. Let's see. In this moment where I tear out of these vines, can I perceive anybody else in my surroundings? Or like, can I see where my friends are at all?
I'm gonna say from where you're at right now, you can kind of see what you believe is the tail end of Ilona chasing someone else deeper into the forest. Well, jungle, I should say.
I go that way, and I'm going to use the rest of my actions to go that way.
What is your speed?
What is my speed? Oh, it's 20. So previously you said 25, but it's not. It's 20.
That's all right. I'll keep it for now. So that's so 2 actions. That's 40. Cool. You have now made a good gain on what you now see is Ilona glowing in her righteous might form, and you can see a figure just barreling through the forest or the jungle, invisible, trees and parts snapping around their form as they run ahead of you. You, along with Ilona and this other person, are halfway to the dais.
Gotcha.
Next up, we have Shionibis. It's your turn.
I'm gonna run. So my full 30. Where does that put me at?
So are you doing all 3 actions to run?
No, just one action.
1 action. All right, that'll put you 2/3 of the way there. I will say that puts you about halfway there.
Can I see? So I have Ilona and Ichi at about half with me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the other person?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, hero point. When he's my last hero point. I'll just make a really good pun later.
Bring it.
32.
32. Okay. You begin to see, as the foliage starts to break open, you see a lithe, small form, still shimmering with some effect on them. You can't quite see them, but you can see their outline as they're breaking through the foliage and running to the center. You can kind of tell there's some sort of weird hood about them, a robe of some sort, nothing too distinct, but you can see a frame, an outline of a frame there.
Can I see a shadow?
Yes.
Perfect. I am going to shadow jump to that shadow.
Fuck yeah, baby. Okay. And now, does that shadow jump come with an action with it, like an attack action, or is it just a teleport action?
Just a teleport action.
Cool. So, you come out of their shadow. You can hear this audible, like, what? And you can hear this hatred seething from them.
And then that's the end of my turn. So that's 2 actions and a movement.
Dope. Okay. This is there. Lothier. Yeah, you took your turn already. Okay. Then I guess that just leaves Dragon. Dragon, you are in Yorgamouth's mouth as his teeth are piercing and slowly trying to crunch you down. What do you do?
Well, first off, he's gonna eat. Does he know potentially that Lothier's the one who counterspelled him?
I
Would he know that magic? Yeah.
I don't think I've used it in front of you before, but let's say yes. Let's say
Okay.
it.
Let's say yes. Okay, I was gonna say rules is written. I believe you are aware of it unless they had like a special meta magic thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. So Dragon's just gonna yell out, "I thought we were gonna wait until we beat everyone else!" And then he's going to, like, stupid dragon, and then he's going to spell strike this guy with Cone of Cold.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit
In
your
attempt. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna roll to hit. Okay. So first I'm gonna cast True Strike, and then I'm gonna spell strike. So. Okay. Okay. So that is a 36 to hit.
36 to hit. Let me check Yorgamat's stats. Yorgamat's will be crit.
Oh,
That is a dirty crit on Yorgamat.
That's a dirty crit. That's excellent news for Dragon. Okay, so spell strike with Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold is 12d6. So I'm gonna math real quick here. That's not good. 3. Oh, okay. 11. 16. 25. 34 and 41 from the Cone of Cold, and then 3d12. Sorry, there's so much math involved with this character.
It's the blessing and the curse of the Magus. You hit hard, but you have to know exactly just how hard you hit.
So 48. 53 plus 6 is 59 plus 1d6 for fire. Okay, so then plus 8 total for the other things. So that's my brain is trying to math. I believe that's 70 total. Am I right? And so doubled that to 140.
So, tell me the tale of how you obliterate this god and send him back to his salty seas to sit and cry.
Oh, he vanishes?
He vanishes.
Shit. I was going to ride his frozen corpse to the ground with like a glider.
In all fairness, I updated the stats for Larian Voss, who we have not used since the end of season 1 when he was level 8. So Yorgamat is also level 8 to reflect that. So you're kicking the crap out of probably what is an underleveled god. But let's just say you booped his
Fair.
snoot and he learned his lesson and he decided to back way the fuck off.
All right, so yeah, so how it works is Dragon's in his mouth, and I want to just, like, he casts the spell and then just shoves his blade through the roof of his mouth, and you see the Cone of Cold, like, blast out the back, freezing his wings and his back, the back of him. But the blade sticks out the top. It's like, I was having fun as a dragon! And then does it. And he would attempt to hold on and ride the dragon down, but if he dissipates, Dragon just goes, "Oh shit!" and then falls.
As you begin to fall and you see this sea mist start to take the visage of Yorgamat back to the seas, you hear a voice in your head, and it goes, "Dragon of Svigar, your name is on my list." And he
Is that the
vanishes.
dragon?
Yep.
Was that the dragon? Okay.
Yorgamat, the god of vengeance. He seems to have a thing with Svigar people. He seems to have beefs with them. It really is a problem.
It's because he's a salty bitch.
He is. The saltiest of bitches.
Fight better next time.
Say, oh, that's it. You're top of my list. Okay, so that's the end of round 2. Round 3. Shionibus, I believe you're flat-footed to this. want to know.
Can someone hit me without hitting this other guy? Because we're like right next to each other.
Just want to apologize in advance. It was a critical 20 on the die.
No.
And oh, here's the good news. I should say the bad news. The bad news is he's going to do 68 damage. But the good news is, it doesn't matter. Because I believe you only had about 1 HP from Larian Voss almost taking your arm clean off with the axe. So you're at dying 2. And make a GM call here. Okay. And you can feel what feels like a small, rusty, blunted dagger piercing into you and slowly pulling out. And you can see this invisible frame, still hard to tell, still hard to make out clearly. Just removing this weapon from you. Some blood of yours dripping off the blade. With a quick shake of his wrist, the blood is gone. He's going to cast one more spell. People coming behind him. Do I want to be a dick? I'll be a dick. Make sure I have this correct. Okay. He's going to turn to Ilona. No. Ichi. Ichi, could you give me, please, Fortitude save?
Is this a ranged attack?
120 feet.
Then roll a dice first.
What's the DC to beat? What's the original die face?
5 on the die face.
Roll a 9 on the die face. So that's going to get through to you.
Okay. Fortitude save?
Fortitude save.
30.
30.
3. No,
33.
3.
Okay. As you're running.
Sorry, my math is so slow.
Oh, it's okay. As you're running, you start to feel this weird stiffening in your skin, like mud is somehow hardening. You start to feel your joints start to get a little creaky and slow, and you look down and you see from the numbness of your fingertips a gargoyle-like stone starts to cover your skin as your body begins to slowly turn to stone. But your ancestors begin to rip the shingles of ore and stone off you. You are slowed for 1 round, meaning that you only, I believe, have 1 less. Hold on, I gotta look this up. But you are slowed for 1 round. I'll tell you what that means in just a second. Okay, you have 1 less action on your turn. So you only have 2 instead of 3. That's what I thought it was. Archive from this is being weird. So, with that, the invisible entity is done. But you, Sam, have 1 less action on your turn. With that, it is Lothier's turn.
All right. How like roughly how far am I? I have 4 actions this turn.
You are halfway there.
Okay. How far am I from the nearest person? Moving towards it.
You can see there's a very violent kerfuffle happen. Well, technically, all around you. Dragon's in the sky, falling as Yorgamot goes away. You can see Shionibis is on the ground, bleeding. Well, you think she's bleeding. She's not getting up. You see Ichi is slowly starting to turn to stone before she shrugs it off. You see Ilona is glowing, and you see there's this invisible person, this unseeable person, fending them all off, running to the dais in the center.
How far is the person who's running?
Halfway there.
So they're about where I am.
Yep, from a
And
different
they just
side.
moved. And they just moved.
They've not moved. They've incapacitated Shionibus, and they have slowed Ichi. They've not moved this round.
Oh, okay. They have not moved this round. I don't know how to do this, but I want to prepare. Like at the end of the turn, I want to prepare because I have Tremor Sense, 120 feet, if they're touching the ground at all. That's really why I wanted to take you to the ground, just so I knew where everyone was. And then I need to know where this person is. The second they move, I am casting Lose the Way. What is it? Lose the Path at heighten 2.
Okay.
Lose the Path, you surround a creature with lifelike illusions, so basically more trees and forests, like shifting the way it looks. The target must attempt a will save, and regardless of the result, the creature's I can't do it again. And if it's successful, if they succeed, they're unaffected. Failure, all squares are treated as difficult terrain for strides, and critical failure, they can't tell where to go. So basically, it makes it harder for them to get to the center.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to consider that a withheld action. So
But
that means
that'll be at the end of the turn. So
Yeah.
if I need one, or it doesn't have it has an arrow, like a.
it's an arrow. So that means it's a reaction.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I need them to move. So the moment they move, that's what I want. I want to make sure I do that.
Okay.
For my actual turn, if, God damn it, Wes, you're still falling from the air, right?
100 feet. That would be about 45 damage to him without any mitigation.
Okay.
I just saw in the secret text a very interesting note that someone put that it's 100 feet above the sword, which I will now take into consideration.
I didn't think I made it above the sword.
Yeah,
he canceled my move.
Technically,
Yeah.
technically you were not. So I'm going to redact that. Thank you for correcting me.
Okay.
Unless the dragon pulled me in a direction.
This
I
is.
thought you got 100 feet before the spell was dispelled.
I flew 100 feet up, so I'd be out of the range of stuff.
Oh, you went straight up.
And then
Yeah,
it was stunned immediately. So, yeah.
Oh no, so you're 100
Yeah.
feet away.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
PJ,
was
Yeah.
gonna set the forest on fire with my fire breath, but that
tell me
didn't
if the okay. Tell me if this will work. It's not made to do this. There's a spell called Protector Tree. It's literally meant to like attack people that like are attack an ally. I want to grow a tree to catch Wes. Like I don't want it to attack people. So instead of using that piece of it, I literally just want Protector Tree to protect Wes from dying when he falls on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what. If you want to
Protect him from gravity.
Yeah.
if you want to burn the spell slot, I'm here for it. Give me a nature check instead of literally anything else to sculpt this creature to do this job.
Okay. That's a 30.
30. Okay.
33.
Yeah. So describe for me what this is like for the creature to save Dragon from gravity.
I literally go, you're a magus. You should be able to fly at least a bit more. He puts his hand on the ground, and as he does, the earth begins to shake beneath his hands, and this giant tree just like springs forth from the ground as if it was being formed out of mud, and it shoots up super high into the sky. Usually if you fall into a tree, you would break branches and things, but instead the branches seem to grab onto you, Wes, as you're falling, slowing your descent enough to not hurt you. Don't say I don't like you.
Alright. So
All right, I still have 2 actions.
Holy crap. Okay.
This is why I casted haste. Yeah, the second this guy moves though, he's getting lose the path. And I am going to cast. And how far is Kylie from me?
She is halfway to the dais where the other guy was, so I'm going to say about 50 feet from you.
All right, that is too far. Okay. Yeah, sure. Instead of growing giant, you see this little like sort of twitch happen for Lothair as his body begins to shift into the form of a fey creature, a tiny little fey creature, a red cap. So I'm small sized, running around the forest, but I have a speed of 40 base, and I'm tiny, so harder to find in the forest. And I'm a fey creature now.
All right. Are you moving? Do you have enough actions to move on this turn?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Because I'm waiting. I don't want to move away from this guy because I want to cast lose the thing if he moves again.
All right. So next up we have Larian Voss, who's going to see the big tree holding Wes. He's thinking about it. He sees way off in the distance, Shionim is down and bloody. He starts getting very, very mad. He enters a rage and taking his axe, starts spinning it, and you can see a storm above him begin to just roil and rage, and he takes that axe, throws it at the invisible creature. Okay. I guess roll to hit. That's a critical hit against the invisible guy.
Yes.
Now, if you remember Larian Voss, Season 1, he's got a very special perk to how he fights. You see, his damage isn't based on his strength, his damage is based on the amount of HP he currently has. And no one has hit Larian Voss yet. So it's a D12 makes it 8. He's now a level 13 character, which means he just did 252 damage. This axe, you see this invisible creature running, suddenly turns, sees a big blue maelstrom, stiffens in midair as his head splits in half. And the axe goes back to Larian's hands as he spends his last 2 actions, now also halfway from the dais. Blood from this invisible enemy dripping from his axe, shakes it off, and he says, "All right, now it gets interesting." It's the end of Larian Voss's turn. Next up, we have Ilona.
Okay, so how far away is Ichi from? Shionibus from me, because I think we were closer, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're adjacent to this point, about 5 feet apart.
Oh, incredible! I'm casting Stabilize on Shionibus, so she's no longer dying. She's just at 0 HP and unconscious.
Okay.
And that's 2 actions. So I'm still going to use my movement to dash 40 feet towards the sword.
Okay. So you are now 3/4 there. You can see stone dais, a very quaint and overgrown mossy stepping stone, massive steel crossblade of Koga. It's right there. It's about 25 feet, maybe 20 feet away from you. Do you have any other actions you can do on this turn?
No, because Stabilize is 2 actions and I used my movement action to dash.
Okay. Cool. So you are probably the closest to it now, and you see Larian Voss just clock you and starts to kind of lift that axe. Halfson, son of Half, the god of the sea, and he's ready to just get you. Now, with that, we have Ichi. Ichi, I believe you are slowed once. You get 2 actions this round.
Yeah, Ichi's gonna see what Larian Voss just did. And she's gonna think for a second and say, "Hey, I think I can figure that out." And I'm gonna use a feat that I've never used, which is returning throw to throw my maul at Larian Voss.
You know what? I know he's out of range. 0 fucks. Let's go. Roll to hit.
Okay, let's see. 30 plus. Sorry, I'm slow.
No worries.
15 and 15 is 30, and then 4 is 34. Okay. I did kindergarten, guys.
So you said 34?
Yeah.
Dirty crit on Larry and Voss.
Woohoo! Alrighty. Got my 2d12. So that is 15. So that's 21 points of damage times 2. Oh wait, I forgot 2 more. 23 points of damage times 2, so 46.
46. Okay. Throw this hammer. You can hear a solid clack of bone against stone as the hammer bounces and lands back in your hands. Solid strike. Larian's just kind of holding his forehead. His blood is trickling down his face like a geyser, like a waterfall. I believe that was one action. You have one more.
Hey, that is a good move. Thanks. And then I am going to continue to move forward as much as I can with the stuff happening.
Okay, so that's another 20 feet, I think you said?
Yes. Is Shionibus in my path?
She would be, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take that movement towards Shionibus.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you're still at half distance, but you'll be up to her, so on your next turn, if you want to do something, you can.
Okay.
Please leap over me like a hurdle. Please.
Like Mario jumping over a warp tube. Warp pipe. Alright, well, speak of the devil, Shionibus, it's your turn. You're stable at 0. You're no longer dying. If you want to, you can make. I'm gonna allow you to have a recovery check to get back up. It's a flat D20. It's got to beat a 10. No bonuses.
12.
1 HP and you're back in the fight. You have 2 actions left. What do you do?
I refuse to move at this point. Who of my enemies, Doug, is closest to the sword?
Everyone is about halfway there except Ilona, who's 3/4 of the way there.
Who's closest to Ilona?
Honestly, everyone's about equidistant. Everyone's about the same. Everyone's half. So they're all about 25 feet away from Ilona. 20, 25.
Come on, hit Larian.
All right. Roll the hit.
Are we... Question, is this difficult terrain? Because we're like jungly?
In theory, yes, but I have not been applying that to your movement, no.
Okay, well I just have a feat for it.
What's the feat give you?
So, it's Nature's Edge, and it causes my enemies to be flat-footed, because difficult terrain does not affect me.
I mean, I'm gonna say, yeah, he's flat-footed. Also, he's
Sick.
not paying attention to you anyway, so go ahead. His AC is flat-footed.
The little bitch. Hi-ya. Hi-ya.
What's that face? What's that face?
That was a
Kylie?
natural 20, which makes it a 42.
Double
Y'all.
the damage, and add any deadly bonuses you have.
This is what he gets for hitting me the first time. And this is with precision and whatnot. Hi-ya! Oh, that was a lot of dice. 75 damage. I want to go, like, for the Achilles heel.
Okay.
And I kicker, sir.
And then I kick her, sir.
You shoot him, and he just kind of, he looks down, he sees the arrow, and he goes, good to see you, Shionibus. Good to see you're still alive. You have one more action left.
Let's shoot one more time. Why not?
Yeah. Mine is 4, I want to say.
Yes. Which makes it 34 to hit.
Dirty crit.
Hi-ya! 96 damage.
Okay. He's beyond bloodied. You see, where does the arrow land exactly?
Let's go for like. So say she hit his left Achilles the first time. Let's go for like the right calf this time.
Okay. So with the left Achilles, he's just kind of shaking a little bit. The right one in the calf, his eyes are huge, but while he's gritting his teeth, he remembered this guy walks around with arrows in his back like a porcupine daily. He's numb to the pain, but not numb to the fact that he's bleeding profusely from the shins down. And he just kind of sighs as he goes, all right. Yeah. And he is so beyond bloodied, it's insane. Dragon. You're up next, buddy.
Dragon is in tree.
Intrigue.
Yeah, I'm in tree. So, out of curiosity, since I'm pretty high up in the air, do I have a good field of view on that sword that's 100 yards away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Dragon's gonna use one action to recharge his spell strike, and I'm at the end of the round, so I don't know if it counts to hold my action.
I think at
Or
this point
It holds till the end of my to beginning of next turn, right?
Yeah, basically withheld action puts you at the end of initiative, so you can make sure it happens this round. So I don't think it would really work right now.
Because what I was gonna do was stab the sword into the tree and get my rifle ready with a spell strike, and anyone I see that's not part of our team, he's going to shoot. But if I need to use it now, that's up to you.
Okay.
If I need to use it now, that's fine. But Dragon would be like ready to shoot anyone who gets in that circle that's not one of our members.
All right. Now I'll tell you what. I will allow you to go into Overwatch. Effectively, it's not really a thing mechanically, but I know what you're looking for. So you're up in the tree. You're ready to snipe. You're in Overwatch. So since you haven't used a reaction, you can use a reaction to make a non-spell strike attack.
Okay, but I'll still have my two. I'll have my two actions then.
Yeah.
So I guess what I will do instead is I'll cast haste on myself, and then I will. I have one action left, so I'll use my full movement, and then I will dash with the other. So 50 feet towards the circle.
I'm going to say you're about 3/4 of the way there. You are seeing Ilona start to break into the center with the dais. You see, now the spell gone, this priest, like with a hood, wearing a mask, now horrendously sundered. The mask itself has an open door on it, and surrounding the door, you see a moon. The moon is on fire with two mouths eclipsing the back of it. And it's cracked in half from Halfson, who split him like a melon. His purple and black robe stained by his own blood, and his only weapon, the same rusted dagger that you and Ilona and Shionibus plunged into Morel's back when Kamba took you over for that brief moment. This, of course, being the same rusted blunt dagger that did 68 damage to Shionibus. But he's dead now. And with that, it's the end of round 3, top of round 4. I have a feeling this is probably the last round of combat unless something insane happens. The lamb is dead. So next up, we have Lothier.
All right. How far is Voss from me?
Halfway there.
He's half. I mean, from me, he's halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 40, 50, 100?
50 feet.
Okay. I'm going to use one move action to get closer. I'll use my second move action to get closer even. So that's 80 feet close. Well, as close as I need to get to him. You just see this tiny little red cap, like little creature just running at like full bore with a scythe in its hands, like a little Grim Reaper. And he comes up, jumps, and I'm going to try to attack Larian Voss with a scythe.
Go right
I'm gonna
ahead.
use a hero point on that.
I'm gonna say he's flat-footed because Shionomus did such a good job, like shooting Larian's feet up.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's a 15 plus. Quick question, PJ. Let me pull it back up.
Mm-hmm.
It says my attack modifier is 16 plus, right?
Yeah.
And so that's 16 plus my 15.
Yep.
Here. That's 31.
31.
And then he's flat-footed, so whatever that adds to it.
So close to a dirty crit,
Yeah.
but not a dirty crit. It's insane how close you are to it.
Okay. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna do my damage, which is a D10 plus. That's 16 damage, and I'm just gonna attack him again with my.
16
Nice.
damage? Okay.
All right. That was better. That's a 17 plus 16.
17 plus 16, that's 33. That is a dirty crit.
Yeah, and okay, awesome, because that's it has the deadly feat and trip. I don't know what those do.
So deadly means on a critical, you're going to roll all the damage, double it, and then add the deadly die. I believe afterwards.
Okay, so that's a 7 plus 8. That is 8 plus 8 is 16, so it's 15 times 2. That's 30. And then what is the deadly die?
It should say in the trait. Does it say like deadly D8, deadly D12?
It just says deadly D10.
So you're gonna roll an extra D10.
An extra D10. Whoa. Okay, that is 36,
Okay.
and he's tripped.
Okay. Call it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay. Heads. You see, Larian Voss benefits from a very special curse given to him by his mother to keep him immortal. The curse of the sea wolf. So long as he is on or near water, he is immortal. He has doused himself in water to help him stay close to the sea, but he's been fighting, and in a jungle, and the sea is not around him. Larian Voss. Well, tell me the tale, Lothier.
So you just see what no one expects to see a little red cap running around with a little sack. It doesn't happen every day. And so what you guys see is as everyone's sort of fighting and battling really hard, just this little creature zooms in where like dramatically there's all this dust and smog just like coming up behind him because he's so fast, like a cartoon. And then he just jumps up into the air, slashes one time, realizes that that's not enough, brings it back, and as he slices back up through him, he goes, "I'm so sorry." And then I slashed like just a giant gash through his entire body as this like fey magical sort of scythe cuts him.
You now see on his body blue runes and blue old sigils start to glow a bright blue as his upper torso starts to fall off from his top half. And he's kind of laughing for a bit, going, oh fuck. And then his upper half falls off his off his lower half, and he dies. Larian Voss has died. Now, after Lothier, how many actions do you have left?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. After Lothier goes Ilona.
I'm running.
Okay. So,
Not stopping. I'm running this whole time.
cool. Give me an so one action to get up there. Give me an interact action to pull the sword out.
Holy shit. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Woo! I get hero
This
points.
is your time to prove those push-ups have been working.
Is it?
I shit you not. I'm not lying.
Is it
I
nat
can't
20?
move my camera. I can't move my camera. I have to take a picture of this right fucking now.
Do it.
Oh my actual god. I haven't touched it. Taking a picture. Holy shit, that is a nat 20. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Oh. All right. Now, you run the dais, you grab the blade, and you start pulling with all your might, feeling the sting and bite of a very sharp sword start to pierce the flesh on your hands. But not being deterred, you rip this stone out of the sword, blood trickling from your own grip and splashing onto the stone dais. Now, for what comes next, I have to ask, do you want to go through it now or take a 10-minute break first?
We should take a 10-minute break.
Okay. Then we're going to take a 10-minute break. What comes next is going to change the universe.
What?
We will see you all in 10 minutes. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone, and we are back from our break. Thank you so much for that break. And again, thank you so much, AxelCRN_ for that amazing gift sub. I'm sorry, that amazing tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. And without further ado, if you remember where we left off, we are at the point where Ilona clutched a nat 20 and pulled the bladed sword out of the dais. And as she does this, the dais begins to rumble and grow higher and higher like a skyscraper. 10, 50, 100, 150, 250 feet in the air, this dais stands tall. The jungle down below begins to shrimp and roll and vanish, showing an arena of the survivors. Priests wearing hoods and metal clothes come running out to the field, running, clasping hands, throwing them on bodies, reviving Larry and Voss and the lamb. The competition is done. We have a winner. Standing on the dais now with Ilona, sword in hand, blood dripping from her hand, we see the Steel Price walking up to her. The price of steel is always high, points to your hand, because the price is always blood. But what is the price for peace? With a booming voice, he announces, Ilona of Or. This world now recognizes the champion of champions from around the world. Conquering war, death, violence, nature, the spirits of the dead in the sea itself. You now stand sword in hand, triumphant above all else. Of Afra, of healing, of peace. What is your wish?
I thought we were gonna have time to talk about this. We don't have time to talk about it. Okay. Ilona stands before her brother and the rest of her mates, and she wishes I wish there to be a way where everyone can defend themselves against the forces of evil. And a world of true peace can actually exist. The two are not mutually exclusive of each other. And everyone can live in harmony.
Steel Price kind of smiles a bit, raising one hand slowly. With your wish done, he nods to you. Extends a hand up into the sky. The sky rose. Beautifully bright, golden beams of light stretch across the canopy of this Earth's atmosphere. And then suddenly you feel something dripping, falling gently upon you like snow, soft petals. Purple passion flower petals begin to fall upon you. breaking from the sky and clouds, now no longer some shade or shadow or some echo that you're hearing and seeing, fully formed and fully in sight, in view of the world. Acadians, Adolphonians, Asmacanians, the entire Triumvirate and Shin and beyond, Afra makes her presence known to the world. So, you want a place to have peace and strength to fight? Well, then grab that egg. Go ahead, grab it. It's in your bag.
Ilona pulls the egg of peace from her bag of holding.
As you clutch it close, the light begins to glow from Remitimat's egg. Peace and the strength to keep it. A pacifist who never stopped to win a fight. Always never running. Always turning her heels in the dirt and saying, no, you stop. No more. Remember when I told you to go find my avatar, Ilona? Remember all the push-ups you did? Remember all the times you went to that gross, sweaty gym with that idiot elf? Remember all the times you felt shame when you destroyed your enemy? And all the times you felt it was necessary for you to do all the healing? Do you remember all those times? I already knew my gal the minute I saw her. I knew who was going to be my avatar. She wasn't ready yet. So I told a little fib that he was out there somewhere, knowing full well that you were going to become everything you've always were and always needed to be, all on your own. Alone, it was always you. You were always my avatar.
So what now?
Well, I think you've shown the world through the Green War, the revenge of the Green King, and everything else that peace can be fought for without shedding blood, and if it does, then it can still be forgiven. You're gonna take the egg with you, because you're gonna become my avatar. You're gonna transcend this mortal body. You'll be everywhere and nowhere all at once. You will be omnipresent, just like your brother. You'll be omniscient, kind of like me. You'll be of this plane. And Remitimat will be with you until the day he hatches. And who better to show him what peace means than the woman who fought so fucking hard for it every time?
I'm ready.
Oh, before you go, because you know sometimes these things are obvious and sometimes they're not. What's your name, Avatar?
The healing hand. The one that guides.
The healing hand, the one that guides. Well, come with me, healing one. From now on, the only person you have to guide is yourself. She extends a hand to you. You take it?
Not before looking back at everybody else. Do I have time to say goodbye?
Of course. Here, let me help you down. You're pretty high up here. Everyone in this empty arena sees this bright light, and suddenly, descending from the sky, you all see Afra. Again, not an echo, not a shade, not a religious experience, her physical form. It is massive. It's like staring directly into the sun as it breaks the horizon. Hurts, it's bright, and yet there's something. This makes you take a deep breath and feel at peace when you look at it. Smell of a beautiful garden, fresh cut flowers. And she extends to you all a gentle hand and tells you that Ilona has finally proven herself, and she will be taken to become the Avatar, the healing hands, the one that guides. Everyone, this is your last moment. This is your time to say goodbye, to give gifts. And when that time comes, it will be time for Ilona to say her last words as well. So, I sit back as a storyteller. I do nothing. Let you have this moment. Please, who wants to start?
Oh, Ilona, I always knew you were the best of us, one way or another. I guess you've got all sorts of avatar responsibilities you're gonna have to do. And that's really great. I'm really glad. You're the right person for the job. But don't forget all those times we did push-ups, because a healing hand sometimes needs to be strong too. And even though a long time ago when we first started out, I remember just thinking, who is this Ilona, and why won't she let us do anything fun? And then I saw you drive that cart like a sky bat out of the nine hells. I was like, you know what? Ilona is nothing if not balanced. She knows when to have fun. She knows when we should shut up and not draw attention to ourselves. So I know you're gonna do great out there, you know? I wish I knew this was gonna happen, or I would have got you something to remember me by. Wait. She rustles in her bag and pulls something out and hands it to you. And it looks like a coffee mug. She says, this mug is a promise to everyone who loves that hot bean juice, but also everyone who loves things and people who have been taken away from us. You know, it's, your cup will be full again, okay? And she hands you this mug, and it has an artfully drawn little frog on it. And this is my prototype. Once coffee gets unbanned, I call them frogs because they look like frogs, frog mugs. Yeah. So that's for you. I hope you like it, and I hope the Avatar gets to drink coffee. If you know, I hope they have a Bun Boys in Avatar Land or whatever.
Thank you.
I guess I'll say something next. And you see Lothair sort of wiping mud from his face, and each time he seems to get some off, more appears underneath it. And he smiles and he goes, I know I didn't know you as long as some of these others, but you sure did become part of my family. I'm really glad that your dream came true, Rat. Um, I hope you knock them dead. Not really. I know you got to be careful for that. But I was thinking how I'm sure gonna miss you. You know, you helped me learn to be a better healer, to not always try to rush in and solve things by fighting, but you were the adult in our little group, and I guess somebody's got to take on that mantle. And I promise you, I'll do what I can to keep these suckers alive. Ah, something to give you to remember all of us by. And he puts his hand on the ground, and from it, he pulls up just a big piece of earth. As it begins spinning in his hand, it creates an image of all of us, all four of us, into four or five dolls, essentially, of each of us. He burns them as if like making clay little dolls, and he hands them to you. And they look just like each of us. He's sort of sculpted little versions of each of us for you to take, and he goes, yeah, kind of like that. And he says, no matter where you go, you'll always be taking us with you anyway. So thank you, Ilona. I love you. All right. And he sort of turns, wiping tears from his eyes.
Well, I guess I'm next. Don't look at me like that. You're gonna make me start crying. Well, we've been through a lot. Huh? Good, bad. I can't begin to tell you the impact you've had on me, Ilona. Truly. Between you and Woodward, I don't know if I would have believed in myself enough to see myself as queen someday. And she wipes a tear away. And I am just so proud of who you have become. Watching this small girl come from a temple who's never been outside in the real world before. Inspiring. Truly. I know this is the right decision for you. I've always known it's the right decision for you. And goodbyes are hard. Believe me, I've been through enough of them. But I wanted to get you. I guess I have something for you, and I've been keeping it for a while, and I didn't want to give it to you on a day like this because that means that you're leaving and we're leaving, and And she's going to reach into her bag and she's going to pull out two items. One is a scarab. So whenever, you feel lonely or you want to have avatar talk, because it's kind of wild when you first start and you really don't know what you're doing and no one really explains what you do until you fuck up, and then you fucked up. So here's this. I'm just going to hand you a gold scarab. And then the other thing I got it on our long time ago when we had first kind of met, and it kind of just reminded me of you. It's no passion flower, but and she's going to hand you a single small flower, and it's a little pressed forget me not. So whenever you need me, I'll be there. But I know you're gonna do great things. And she'll give her a hug.
So Dragon is watching all of this happen, and you can tell he's very much fighting back tears. I was hoping that I wasn't going to be the last one, but Ilona, I can't even begin to describe how much being part of this family has meant to me. Everyone has said that you've made a profound effect on them, and it's true. Because you are a profoundly amazing person. Through everything that has been thrown our way, you always stayed true to who you were. And that's not something I can say of myself. Your strength of will and strength of character have shown me a path that led me back to my family, something that I never imagined I'd be able to do. And as hard as it's going to be without you, at least I know that you're one person that I will not have to put to rest. So I'll be able to take comfort knowing that no matter how long I live, one of my family will always be out there. I really hope that I'll see you again one day. And he's going to come up and hug her tight. Don't forget us. Please.
I could never forget the people who made my life worth living for so long. You all mean everything to me. And I know the nature of our relationship is changing. But it doesn't mean I'm gone.
You'll always be right here. Always. Sorry, I don't really have a gift to give you.
None of that is necessary. Your words are enough. And I'm going to cherish everything that you all have said for the rest of my days. And my hope is that, Dragon, you never have to really say goodbye to any of us.
I hope not. Or if I do, I hope it's because I'm going and not any of you.
Well, I kind of always knew. That's kind of funny, isn't it? Deep down, I was always looking for this other person. But I kind of always knew that it was me, if I'm being honest. So, I owe you all everything for standing by me as I was figuring everything out, keeping me sane, keeping me safe, saving the world. I can't ask for better friends, better people to share my journey with. And it's not goodbye forever. And I can't wait to see what you all do without me.
We're gonna get into so much trouble.
I know. Lothier you have your work cut out for you.
You think Lothier's gonna be the one to keep us in check?
I think
I'm-
he's gonna try.
I'm just gonna try to put y'all back together when we get hurt. That's all I can try.
It's okay. I have duct tape. It's gonna be fine.
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about us.
PJ?
Yeah.
You ready?
Talking to Afra?
Afra? Are we ready?
Just waiting on you, love. Time you want to go.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
I was going to play some music, but I think I'm... She extends a hand to you, Ilona. And with her other hand extended out, you see Astra Genicon, you see the astral heavens, the astral sea, you see the gods, you see everything. You see this world laid bare in its ugliness, in its beauty, in its complicated messiness, but all of its perfectly flawed edges somehow working together. You see it all. Your form changes. Body becomes more deific than it was before. With the egg in hand, you ascend with Afra, becoming the healing hand, the one that guides. What boons this will give you, how it'll change your body like your brother's, that is only up to your creativity and the blessings of your domain. If you'd like to describe what that's like, why not? You're muted.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. That actually. The reason that Ilona chose the healing hand or the one that guides is because, like any guiding figure in one's life, they need to be strong and firm, yet also flexible and yielding and understanding. So as she rises with her god, whom she has followed her entire life, and whom she was left on the steps of the temple to find so she would not become an object of war, you see adorning her with armor, but not armor of steel, armor of light. Pauldrons adorn her shoulders, bracers glow with the purple and yellow golden light of Afra, and her hair finally unbraids from these crowns that she has wrapped around her head the entire time you've known her. And flowing behind her is the golden yellow locks Someone who is finally free and stepping into her power, unbridled, unwavering, and ready to take on whatever is next in her chapter. So as she turns to the rest of you and smiles, the golden armor and the light enveloping her, blesses you all with a small passion flower. The boons of which PJ's gonna make.
Oh
'Cause
shit.
I don't want to insert that into your game when I'm leaving, because that's weird.
Sure. Well, what I will say is, we can even crunch this together. After we've wrapped up, I will be sending to you, Sidney, and you, Kylie, an archetype I've been working on for a little while. Very rare archetype. The Avatar archetype. You can have that as a free archetype. No, obviously, I know. But if you see something on there, Sidney, that you like, let me know, and we'll make sure that boon can carry over to everyone else. But as a little purple passion flower ends up in each of your palms, Ilona, along with Afra, and along with way off in the distance, way off the Acadian Empire, some voice shouting, "I knew it!" Ilona joins Rufa and Morel as she steps over the edge of legend. And I just want to give you this little salute here. I remember in December, a certain someone gave me a nice bottle of tequila. This is the last drag of that tequila, and I want to take that drink with you because it all started in a key closet in a key factory, and the doors we've opened. So, everyone, to the next adventure. Sidney, I want to say thank you so much for 3-4 years. Everything, up, down, left, right, back, center, all of it. And like you said, it's not goodbye, it's just so long for now. Thank you for being my best friend, partner in crime, creative partner, buddy. And yeah, see you around, I guess. I don't know what else to say because I don't want to waste too much time, but thank you. And with that said and done, I'd like to ask your all's permission to be a mean and evil GM for the rest of the episode. Can I do that? Cool. After Ilona ascends, the bright golden sky fades into a beautiful afternoon and then quickly bruises into a pitch black night sky. The giant stone dais has now since descended, and you're all sitting, standing, crying in this moment. And just then, the steel price his hackles raise. A dog hearing familiar master, he turns. No, he can't be here. Can he be? Walking up, you all staring into this pitch black sky with this unusual wand in their hand. You see a very tired, very old elf staring at the sky. And there she goes. My righteous second chance to raise a new elven future. Hops off, what do you know? I can't take any credit for it. But there goes my daughter. I'm so glad she'll be spared from what comes next. Oh, hello there. Good to see you all. You're here for the right moment, I suppose. Together, as you should. Hello, Shionibus. It's starting. It's starting. It's happening. And then in the sky, a bright red, arcane visage of an image appears, and you start to hear the sound all over, just echoing across the entire planet. You hear this voice. There's the last of the elixir. I suppose it's all for the better. Alas, back to work. Is this spell working? Did the ritual... Oh, yes. Yes, it's recording now. Sorry, I think there was a problem. I'm going to replay it. There's the last of the elixir. I suppose it's all for the better. Alas, back to work. Is this spell working? Did the ritual... Oh, yes. Yes, it's recording now. Greeting denizens of this world. My name is Velaine Tarsien. I was on the Oral Condur, one of 3 committees dedicated to the Tree of Life in favor of cohabitation. I was the general for the mortals in the Great Dragon War against Koromot. I was the head teacher of the Kuliat Magic Academy of Izix, and I'm well over 10,000 years old. I address you all now on this planet with 2 forgotten names led by a dying god to inform you that the end is soon here. I could waste more breath on why, my motivations, machinations, but why would you listen? You haven't for 10,000 years. Why start now? With the last breath I will breathe into this spell, I will prepare you for the end of days that you will receive, not the one you deserve, mind you, but the one that I will be giving you. Between this plane and the 9 shattered realms of hell lies a very thin membrane of sorts. 20,000 years ago there was a great calamity whose horrible era took on the name of this membrane, aptly called the Looking Glass. This Looking Glass divides us, this realm, from all 9 hells the fallen lords call home and their constant campaign against us. It has been thin in the past, thin to such dangerous severity that death was assured, and if not for the ascension of the great Megaw, surely we would all be gone. No new gods are rising, and as of this spell, I am shattering the Looking Glass. What happens next? Who knows? I shan't be here to see it. Goodbye. And upon the very red image in the sky, you see a green, sickly light envelop his frame, turning him to ash and dust. This plays on and on and on. And then all around you, you can see mirages of yourselves. And as you look upon your own image, you see it ripping and tearing apart, breaking through. A familiar sight. The Looking Glass is now shattered. Whatever point of contact you may have had with the devils and the demons, be it the pits where the trees once stood in Svigar, whether it's the red wastes in Nubia, they have shattered, and with them come all of hell. Congratulations, everyone. Velaine Tarsien, you think, lies dead, and now, as the sky becomes a bleeding wound, hell comes with it. the next 20 episodes, you will have to save this world from the 9 hells, their 9 lords, and the unending demon hordes. I present to you Season 3. Now, it may not be chaos. It may be subtle in some places. The demons may hide in smiles or shadows, or maybe even ripping through the veil itself to come and kill you randomly. But one thing is for certain. Though you just watched Villain Tarsian turn to ash, another one is standing there watching the video with this unusual wand slowly arching to his head, laughing. 2 people laughed. 2 people cried. The others said nothing at all. Now I am become death, the destroyer of this world. And with another bright flash of green, he turns into a pile of dust. Welcome, Edge of Legend, Hellscape.
Halloween came early this year.
Yeah, Dragon's just gonna like crack his neck and be like, good. I really needed to let out some aggression anyway.
Jerome just got a fist bump Dragon. Like
I rubbed my temples. I said I was gonna keep him alive.
So I'm gonna give the option to my players. We can either get a jump start on Edge of Legend Hellscape, or we can just spend the rest of the episode just kicking back with Sidney for this time and just kind of vibe. Thoughts up to you, everybody. Because I did
think-
not
I
expect this to be done
vote
so soon. Vibe?
I vote vibe.
Okay.
Yes, agreed.
All right. Well, I'll also put the vote to you all. You and the legends in the chat and these legends here, do you want to vibe live and just kind of have like a whatever Q&A chill session or something? Just to kind of have fun.
Psyche says vibe.
Vibe. Okay.
He also says hashtag demon hunters unionize.
Dragon's
It's all
just
about
thinking,
that healthcare.
yeah,
all
Dragon's
about
just thinking Yule came early this year.
I mean,
Cast
Miranda made us old shorts asks for cast AMA.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Definitely do a cast AMA.
Definitely last 30 minutes of the episode, sure.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Down.
I do want to say too, just it's not all absolute destruction. There will be opportunities for y'all to do whatever side quest shit you want to do, but you have to understand that's going to take away from your 20 maximum episodes to solve this problem. So there will still
PJ.
be some danger on top of you.
PJ literally said my little druid grove has like a ticking bomb of being like destroyed under it. So I and now there's hell on earth. So,
Right. Yeah. I wonder if does your thing have anything to do with this though? I'm wondering if that's
we don't know.
I'm wondering, okay.
because
Because
how many of us are like messing around with demons
just you.
/ devils.
Just you, Shionibus.
Just
Yeah.
That's
I
literally
bet- and maybe Dragon.
no, I thought
Dragon.
Dragon did too.
Yeah.
Shionibus is like,
demon stuff.
everybody does that, right?
I remember it at least once.
Yeah.
Right.
Psyche said it's hell tides from Diablo 4.
All I'm saying is Dragon is now regretting he didn't ask Ilona for her bag of holding.
Oh no. Well, she'll give it to one of you.
Yeah.
No. That thing is too. She's taking the egg.
Yeah, because he wants the dragon glove. That shit would be useful.
But that bag also has in it all of the research on Romalgus Day, all of the
Oh.
information on the trees of life burning to the
Yo,
ground.
who's gonna be our resident studier? No.
It's gonna be Dragon. I'm
Ichi can't read.
yeah.
You can write?
Because here's the thing, I have a +4 to intelligence. Like he's actually smart. He just acts like an idiot.
Yeah.
that means not so smart.
Oh. You know what
I'm just
else is in
kidding.
Ilona's bag of holding?
Huh.
That weird
So many
chest that
things.
was never investigated from Emmerich Industries. Remember?
Oh,
Ilona
yeah.
found a weird.
You're right.
I forget. Ilona found a weird chest in Emmerich Industries that said basically "don't open," and she just took it and put it in her bag of holding. Do you remember this? This is when we were in New Jack
No.
City. I'm
How
giving you this
ve-
information now so you can
How
remember.
very cleric of you, Sidney.
I need to
Well,
make
because I know
find
we
those
took
notes.
Also, we have
those like
the
the computer
abomination
and
thing,
everything.
the little door. Yeah, the
We have
computer
a lot
thing.
of things.
Yeah.
Man, we're just walking around with like demon arms and
Yo,
computers and
If someone loots us, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like I can't.
What is this?
Picks up this giant clunky thing.
Bunch of hoarders.
Commodore 64. Who the fuck wants to buy this? I can't sell
Okay.
this.
Reeps- Oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Reap Psyche says Ilona is also the only one who knows about the secret thing in Asmacon. You know the one. And I'm like, the one we don't tell Shionibus about? What? I don't
Oh, that's
You don't tell me about what?
right. That's right. I'm surprised no one's told her yet.
Tell me about what?
I mean, you
I
obviously
mean,
were told.
I
forgot.
I wish I could
Reap
tell
Psyche
you. but-
DM me.
You
I
know-
don't think
Yeah,
I
me.
know.
Dude,
I
I
don't
I
think
remember.
don't
none of
think
us
I
know.
know. I don't
Sidney,
think I know.
Sidney.
So
El Milagro. El Milagro.
It's been 3 years, PJ.
Oh, come. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to send you a
We're
private
all
message.
Okay, just
Blink,
DM me.
blink,
I
blink.
forget. I forget. Listen, I take notes. I write the recaps. Oh my god, the tree.
Yep. Yep. You remember now.
What about a tree?
You remember
I
now.
forgot that. I didn't know I was the only one who knew that. I'm the only one who
Well,
knows that.
Well, I believe Shionibus / Kylie couldn't make it to that episode, and I think at the time everyone else in the party learned that, but she wasn't there for that. And then there was this really funny moment where you two had that like cat and mouse, like, did you learn something? And you're like, I learned nothing at all. And she's like, are you sure? And you're like, no, nothing learned.
Wow, that sounds
Huh,
so familiar
weird.
from last episode.
know,
Something
that's
Ilona's mom
weird.
is a beaker.
I said she was
Ilona's
picking
mom?
berries.
No. Something.
That you did-
Ilona's mom is the third demon lord of hell.
Oh, so we'll get to meet her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The third devil god of hell, Pythus,
Yeah.
Lord of Lies.
Oh, it
But
all
that still
makes
means
sense.
Alona
It
will
all
never
makes
meet
makes
her.
sense. Yep.
So Ilona's just like, bye. I've got these new abilities and I have a new job. Deal with my mom.
But at least now we know where the thieving and the murdering comes from.
Well, I think
Friends of the family.
I think only Chionibus knows about you being. Wait, do
Oh,
we
yeah.
all know about? No, we don't.
No,
No.
only
Yeah.
Shionibus knows.
Chionibus knows that you were a beaker baby. None of us
A
know.
beaker baby.
But here's the thing. Not even Ilona knows because the Steel Price only mentioned that her dad was a Valain Tarsian. He
Now
didn't.
she'll
Did he
never
mention the
know.
demon thing? I don't think he mentioned the demon. Did he mention the demon? Hold up.
Did the
Might
Steel
have
Price
mentioned-
mention the
I don't
demon
think
thing?
so.
I don't think so. I think
Well-
he read what Chionibus was putting down.
Here's the thing. PJ did say you become pretty much omnipotent. So the second you ascend to being an avatar, you learn all of that information.
Yeah.
I
If
can
you-
send,
Yikes.
I can send Gianna so what the dude?
I'm just
They
imagining.
call her on the scarab immediately, like, no.
She
I
knows.
imagine that
She
maybe
knows.
omnipotence is like a really big book you have to read. So like you don't know immediately. Like you're like, all right, you're here now. Step one, clunk, study.
I see.
And
see.
that's why we wouldn't hear back from her right away.
I feel like
That's
yeah. No, please go ahead, Randy.
no. I was just gonna say that sounds like the most Ilona way of ascending I've ever heard.
Just so excited. Ooh, a large book.
That never ends. I love it.
I'm letting you know right now, her and Leifer, who is also played by Chio, Kylie, are gonna be besties. I'm just
Mhm.
saying that right now.
True.
Um also, don't forget, each of you still have connections to your gods.
Oh, I
so
have not forgotten.
Ichi, you still have a connection to Koga because you piloted him on
Oh.
her 100th episode. So you still have a connection to him. Kylie, Shonibus still has a connection to Leifer, the goddess of knowledge in the Astrogenicon. Lothier still has a connection to Adoraya, the god of love. And Dragon, you have a connection to the god of the harvest, Iga. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
To be fair, like the
You've got other
Magus,
god stuff going on.
yeah, like the Magus needs a connection to like anyone else. It's like.
But here's the thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
you,
no, you're fine. I was just clearing my throat. You're fine.
Here's the thing. That means, Dragon, you probably, if you really wanted to, you could ask Iga for guidance on how to help Brack. I'm just saying.
He actually is planning on doing that, but he also was going to ask about the trees.
Oh, you mean the ones that I saw a guy making seeds for and going into the Feywild to do? Cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready for interdimensional Fey bullshit. I'm excited for you guys to get to that part.
I'm scarred. Well, now we got hell, so
That's fair. That's
Ooh.
gotta happen first.
Shionibis, give me /Kylie, give me a skill check. I want to cut some corners here since we only have like 20 episodes for us this season.
A
Ooh.
skill check?
Any skill check you want. Any skill
my
check
God.
you want.
Can I have some detail before I just pick one?
I will tell you a secret if you get a high enough number on it. And it's related. It's related to season 3.
And if Chionobis is rolling, I'm gonna call it has to do with demons.
Yeah, do you have demon lore? You have demon lore, right? Because you're the princess of a nation who had to deal with demons her whole life. No demon lore? That's not a thing you took?
That'd be too easy. Are you
That's
kidding
too
me?
many
I
skill
don't think
points.
ahead. Skill points. I'm scared. Okay, don't do me dirty. Hiya. Kind of did me dirty.
Do you have any hero points left?
I think so. I mean, technically the episode's not done, so you still have your hero points if you haven't spent them.
Thought I spent.
We had
two or
3.
of
You
them.
at least
We have
did
3.
2.
Yeah, wait, 3.
You had 3.
I spent 2.
Mhm.
Okay,
So you
so
won
I'll
that.
use a hero point.
Yay.
That's a 28.
28.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Is this what check is this?
I did society.
Okay.
That's my highest.
So
Are you sure? Because Reap Psyche asked if you used clown lore.
I did see the
That's a
clown
deep
lore
cut from
reference.
Season 1. That's a deep cut from season 1. Sorry, continue, PJ.
That's a deep cut. Funny story, Wes. Remember when we were talking about the charity for St. Jude's Children's Cancer or whatever?
Yeah.
So we did a 4-episode charity game to help you out on that, and we had a previous player play a goblin who was a clown who had clown lore, and his clown lore became like the greatest skill roll of all time.
It was. It was crazy.
That's great.
So society check of 28. One of the many things that will be present in season 3 for you all to consider, besides, of course, how to solve the crisis of the demons, and I don't really have any solutions there. I'm going to let you have the total freedom of figuring out how in the hell you can do this by research and fighting and other crazy fun things. No set solution. Do it yourself. Figure it out yourself. Within the greater multiverse, there are 6 Villain Tarsians still alive.
Well,
Clones.
Just Dragon looks over to Shonibus. Hunting season? Crack, crack.
Hunting
Ordinarily.
wabbits.
Yeah, I'm hunting wabbits.
Rabbit.
I'm hunting wabbits.
It's funny because he's an elf.
Does that mean there's 6 of us also
Mm.
across the multiverse also hunting him?
Not as
Oh,
such.
shit.
Unfortunately, the fantasy multiverse is not quite as, shall we say, redundant as the MCU multiverse.
Lame.
There's not a version
Wait,
of
I want a version where I have a mustache that swirls.
There's got to be a version of Dragon who isn't a Magus out there and is still his normal form.
Some
with his fire.
30-year-old Svigar with a wooden shield and a sword who's like, shield wall, cling, cling.
What should I do?
Hello.
Uh,
Hello.
oh no.
Were there? I know chat also said something about AMAs. So if there are questions, do
Oh,
we
yeah.
want? Yeah,
Just
like
ask us.
E.
chat. Feel free to ask questions to the chat.
Yes, ask us questions.
I have a question. Sydney,
Oh.
how did you choose like what your avatar state looked like? Like what was your thought process behind that?
Improv in the moment. No plan.
Yeah. That
Excellent.
wasn't planned?
No.
It was that was
What?
beautiful. Yeah.
That
That
was
was
so
really
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad it came across because legitimately, PJ was asking me these questions, and I'm like, inside my brain, I'm like, I'm
We
glad it came
could not
across.
tell at all. I thought you had something written out already or something.
Listen, all those years of acting school, BFA, baby.
Yay.
Yay! I have a question.
Mhm.
How early did you set up that purple light? Because that was sick.
That was in the moment. So I have this thing that I've never really used. I've used it once in a different stream that I have shelves here and I have this light that's always just chilling here. And I thought, and I'm like, well, what if I just
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you did that. I just saw what? My mind's getting blown right now. Oh god.
I can, yeah, it changes to a
It's
bunch
so
of different
good.
colors. And I was just like, well, this is my moment.
I thought my brain was just seeing you as more magical, and I didn't realize that like you changed your lighting. I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
wow.
Reap Psyche in the chat. You think a
Sydney's
bisexual
amazing.
doesn't have purple lighting on hand at all times?
Fair.
True.
This is fair.
Facts.
I also have my purple light back there. You're right.
Yes. Okay, all the bisexuals, where's your purple light?
I do actually. I could turn it on. I don't know if I can
I love that for all of us.
do it.
Amazing.
Sorry. Voodoo God said yes,
it's
true.
That's true. No, that was just kind of serendipity. I'm really glad that worked out and it read as a good thing because I didn't know.
It was magical. I thought you were ascending to an
I don't know if you
avatar
could
state.
see.
Oh wait, you were.
Oh hey!
Yes.
Huzzah.
This is a big
Yay.
thing.
Well, this looks kind of cool.
Yeah, mine are in the
Yeah.
box in that little thing over there. I haven't strung them up in my new apartment,
Nice.
but I own them.
We won't
because
take your
this is-
card.
Yeah, I mean, like if I don't have it up now, it's gonna be up soon. Don't worry.
You get a pass for now, temporary.
Oh, Reach Psyche asked a good question. How long has the origin story for Ilona been chambered? I think that's a PJ question because I had no fucking idea.
Since
Actually, legitimately.
so sometime I want to say around season 1 or season 2, I think it was on a phone call with Sidney and I was like, "Hey, can I give you a brother?" And you were like, "Yeah, sure. Okay, cool." And that's how long I've known and had this chambered that the Steel Price was going to be your brother, that Valaine's Harrison was going to be your dad. I had to do the math in my head to make sure that there was a reason to explain why 2 half-elves could be the children of a full elf, but, you know, you just pop in someone who's not elven, then you're off to the races.
Yeah.
So, doesn't really
half
matter.
elf, half demon. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I also can't believe that I actually brought up the fact that I was adopted organically in the episode. That you were going to drop that in. Can't believe that happened because it's literally never come up before. I don't think in this group of people.
Yeah,
'Cause it
I've
was-
never
it
heard
was-
it before.
It was you telling me and Wes like you were like, "Hey, by the way, I was adopted." And
Yeah,
next thing
I
you
thought
know-
you seeded that too.
Nope.
That's
That was
amazing.
completely organic. That was just a coincidence.
Tabletop, man.
Dragon had guessed that prior because it was like dropped off at a from a monastery, a bunch of monks and stuff. That makes sense. The only elf partially person there, he kind of was like, okay, but if she doesn't want to talk about it.
I love how you.
That's where Dragon was with that.
I love how you both had no idea. I don't even look back and saw me. Every now and you'll say something, and I'll smile because you have no idea how much you're foreshadowing something poignant and weird. Like Sidney's like, "Oh, he's choking me. Bad choke." I'm like, "Just you wait. Just you fucking wait. The man who's choking you is not. That's gross. It's
He's
gross.
not daddy material.
He
okay?
literally is not because he's brother material."
Shut up.
Look, we got some serious Star Wars vibes going on here right now.
Exactly. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Wait, what's his like name? What's his like steel?
The steel
The steel
price.
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 Okay, never mind.
Help me.
What's
Steel Price.
real
his
name?
normal name?
I genuinely, I forgot. I think I wrote it down somewhere. But I was like, because in my brain, I made up all the avatars first, and the Steel Price is one of the avatars of Koga that I made, along with the Tactician and the War March. So like, I never really considered his name. I was like, oh, he's the Steel Price.
Reap Psyche asked, is the lamb someone we would recognize, or do we not know who this person is? Are they new?
Just new. Okay, so let me say this. When I originally made the tournament arc years ago, it was supposed to be like a potential fun thing for y'all to do between season 1 and season 2.
Oops.
And it's okay. It's again, I don't care. You follow the story you want to follow, and that's what matters. I just had this in case y'all want to do like a 4 or 5 episodes tournament arc. And at the time, the people invited would have been, the party, Morel, Tobias, Larian, Iolenu, and this one weird guy.
I don't even know that name. Ilonu?
Ilonu?
Iolenu Obinrin. Get some art up for you. Iolenu Obinrin is a warrior from Tezuku who worships
I remember her.
the 3 Nubian goddesses.
You want to know who would play Ilonu Obinrin if we were ever to have a guest spot? If they were willing to do so. Laura Tutu.
Yes.
She would crush that.
Laura
Yes.
Tutu would be an incredible Ilonu.
Swoon.
Yes.
Swoon.
Just saying. I don't know. Sometimes she pops into chat. I don't know if she's here right now, but like that would be an amazing guest to have on. I'm just saying, producer brain kicks in anyway. Sorry.
Okay. Maybe we'll have like a Oops All NPCs episode where we get a bunch of guests to play everyone else in the universe, or at least other characters of note. But they met her when they were going to. Oh fuck! I forgot the name of the town, but they were being attacked by an army of orcs during the Green War. And the Red Rock tribe was using their griffins to attack from the sky. And this woman jumps on the back of a griffin, stabs it in the back of the head, rides the body down all triumphantly, and says something quippy and
says
sexy and
something
perfect.
hot.
Yeah, and everyone, immediate thirst across the board. Yeah.
Oh, Miranda. I'm so sorry. Miranda Kamade. How do you say your name? I'm so sorry. My brain can't read it for some reason.
Marada Amadeus old shorts. Amadeus's old shorts.
Listen, that sounds more accurate than what I was saying. My
Mara
dyslexia
Daka.
is real bad.
Amadeus.
But what
Sold
kind of
short.
questions?
Maradoc, Amadeus, sold short.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. The capitalization helps with the dyslexia. What kinds of questions do you ask yourselves about your characters in general when making new ones for a new game, like personality or history stuff? Ooh, it's a great question. I kind of want to, I want to hear from Randy. Yeah.
I like to start with like because I tend to gravitate towards magic. It's just more fun. I don't like hitting things. I in real life I wouldn't even shoot a gun. Like I am very much that person. So I like magic because magic makes things boom. But I like to like think from the beginning, like what is this person's like thing? So like with Lothier, it's like mud and like sort of nature, right? Or I just made another character where they were like a storm sorcerer. And so I start with like the concept, I guess, of like what links this person to like their abilities and the things they're good at. and then I tie that into like some kind of their story. So I tend to like to start with like in my head what the visual pieces of that puzzle are, and allow that to inform what the character is. And then I ask questions like, why would this mud druid want to leave his home? Oh, because, you know, the land is poor and they don't have ways to fix it, and he wants to fix it. And there aren't many druids, so maybe he's trying to find some druids. Like that was literally the base there. It's like, how does what he is influence like where he's going?
Yeah, I agree with that. For me personally, it's a lot of basing what I've seen in pretty much like childhood memories for me, especially when it comes to certain characters. Like I was just in a campaign where we just wrapped, and I have a character very much based off of like Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet. The very headstrong, knows what she wants, knows what she's doing, and everything everyone else is doing is wrong. It's very much her way or the highway. Contrast to that, I was in a D&D campaign where I had a warlock character, which is the very first warlock I've ever played, very much based off of like Calypso / Teodalma from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I very much kind of take pieces that I've seen of what I enjoy in characters. Sidney, shut up. And kind of play it with that. From there, they get their own voice, they get their own personalities, and it's very much of just taking things that I've seen that I like in certain characters and pulling from there.
Reepseki, for the record, in our internal chat, I put headstrong characters from Kylie. Odd.
No way.
Weird.
Never happens.
Weird.
Never
Yeah.
happens.
That's so
Never.
funny.
For me, pretty much every character that I've made for LARP or for D&D is based on some sort of aspect of myself, because it's easier for me to fall into it. So for Dragon, it's a part of me that's very protective. If you've noticed that at all about the character, he's willing to dip into the dark side and do terrible things to protect the people that he cares about.
Made me cry today, Wes.
Yeah. So he it's a part of me. I care a lot about my friends and my family and stuff, and I just want to make sure that everyone's okay. And so that was an aspect of Dragon. And I really liked the fact that he was trying to move on from his family but couldn't, because he cared and loved them so much. And this is the same for all of you. In a heartbeat, Dragon would sacrifice himself for any one of you. And you know, you saw that in Shelator with Shionobus when she got captured. He was just like, no, I'm gonna blow the whole city up and I don't really care. I'm gonna save my friend. So yeah, it's realistically, I always base a character on some aspect of myself. There's only one character that I've ever made that like is kind of the opposite of me, and it's a fun character to play for sure, but it gets tiring to like do that. It's actually draining. So like, for example, in video games, I always play Paragon route, and when I go through and I do the Renegade route, I always have to like reload checkpoints because I end up doing the opposite thing, like the good guy route. I'm like, damn it. All right, go back. But I can't, I've never finished a Renegade run through in the game, ever. It's draining. It's so draining for me. So
What about you, Sam?
So I like to hit things with
Hell
big
yeah.
weapons. My D&D character is paladin. My LARP character is a barbarian. I just like to hit things. It's very much, at least when I started LARPing, it was like such a good outlet for the ADHD, because being like always looking to the next thing was very useful, because there were things always trying to kill you in that environment. So just like, you know, going for it head on, face first, barbarian style, of just the one that's up close, the one that's like Ichi smash. That's very much what I like to play.
Well,
That's awesome.
I don't know if you already had the chance, Sidney. Did you already say what yours was?
I didn't, but you can totally go, PJ.
No.
I want you to be able to say what you're saying.
Please, I'm the GM, not a player. I want to hear about yours.
That doesn't mean you don't have to. You get to answer, sir. You also play, and you don't just GM.
I know. I'm just saying, But right now I'm the GM and you're the player, so go ahead and answer the question.
Okay. For me, it has to do with the story that I want to tell. My characters, I want always to evolve and always to change. I think that comes from the playwriting aspect of my background and also the acting aspect of my background as well. What is the point of telling a story if your character is the same from beginning to end? There's no, there has to be a reason that you're seeing this story right now and why. So for Ilona, her impetus, I mean, Ilona's the closest character to me that there ever has been. Because she was my first. And I made her when I first moved to LA. So for her journey was I had just moved from a very small town in the middle of nowhere, Maryland, where I wanted nothing more than to escape and to explore and see the world. So that's what Ilona, that was her impetus to leave. She was being called by a higher power to go and explore the world, and that was her excuse. But that's kind of where the story comes from, is like this character learning how to be her own person in this brand new world, because I felt like I was becoming my own person moving to a large city for the first time in my life. So for me, it's about having a relatable story that it relates to my life, yes, but also is relatable to an audience, because I feel like that's also something that is relatable to a lot of people. The kind of innocent, fledgling character that learns how to be emboldened the longer the story goes on. And that's really the story that I wanted to tell. And when it comes to other characters as well, I mean, I have another character and another campaign that I'm doing, Mysteries of the Mall, where like they're very abrasive, which is not a normal character that I play, but they're very abrasive. They're very like shut down emotion. Like, I'm the strong one. I'm the blah, blah, blah. And throughout the course of the actual play, they learn how to open up and learn how to be vulnerable, because the arc is important, right? And people want to see characters that they can understand on a deep personal level. So that's always my goal when it comes to creating any kind of character, unless it's for like a silly one shot where I'm just faffing around. But as far as like canonical storytelling, I think that's where it comes from for me personally. Now, PJ.
Wait. Before PJ does, can I just say one character that you made for a one shot that made my entire life? We were doing something for PJ's birthday, and Sidney made a character that was like just the most haughty, like, I'm the best little were they a bard?
Yeah,
They
they
were
were a
there.
bard, yeah.
Yeah.
The first
Because-
part I've ever made. And I didn't even play her really.
It was great because you said you modeled them, I believe, after who did you model them after? The guy from Howl's Moving Castle?
Yes. I
Mhm.
modeled them after Howl. Yeah.
Yeah. And she would just like spin around and like flip her hair, and I kid you not, it was glorious.
So good.
So
So good.
I'm sad I missed that.
It
Next
was a
time.
very fun evening. We'll have to actually like return to that campaign. I still have it all written.
Yeah.
So
I think I still have my psychic character for that
Your
somewhere.
Oracle. Yeah. Good.
And good old
Yeah.
Fwedwick.
Good old
Yeah.
Fwedwick.
Wedwick.
All right.
so PJ, you
So
don't get away with it though.
For me, it's very similar to Sidney, because of my background as an actor and a playwright and a bunch of other stuff. So sometimes, yeah, it is like Sidney was saying, like what is the story that has to be told? But sometimes what I'll do is I'll base a character around what is a theme that needs to be put under a microscope. Maybe it's for better, maybe it's for worse, or maybe it's because it just needs to be entertained in a space for a little bit. On another stream I did temporarily, I had a character. I did a lot of research because it takes place in Mwangi Expanse, which in Galarian, Pathfinder 2e world, is this really cool like African continent, like a proto-African continent, where they have the Magambia, which is their premier magic school. And so I wanted to play a Shuni, and I played a Magus. And a Shuni is a little dog person. And I did a bunch of research into like the dogs of Africa and what are some of their mythologies, and I found out that Basenjis don't bark, they yodel. And the reason why they do that, according to mythology, is because they believe that the dogs were such good boys that they stole fire from the gods to give to the cold humans who didn't have fire. And so the gods, mad at the Basenjis for taking the fire, cursed them to not have a voice. And in order to help protect the humans, they learned how to yodel. So I made a Shuni Ifrit. I learned how to mimic the Basenji yodel, and I made this dog's entire mentality of I'm going to a magic school where people learn magic. And what if a stage magician goes to a magic school?
Fuck.
Because his entire mentality is like, I'll do the voice for you. So my name is Benji the Basenji, and I just want everyone to believe in a beautiful lie for 15 minutes, in a world where the fireball burns and the electric arc is real. I just want for 15 minutes to make you believe in something that's not real.
PJ, let me ask you a very serious question.
Mhm.
How many dog people have you played on stream?
As a player or like in general?
That's, not a lot of people have to delineate between those two.
Well, no, because as a GM, I have to have NPCs.
Yeah.
I have
And
to play all these dogs.
I
Sure.
played.
I'm not a golden retriever.
Absolutely golden
I just
retriever
have
energy.
to have. I just have to have rich lore in my world. I'm not a golden retriever.
Look, the one time I actually played a golden retriever, it was in Wayward Arcadium. It was an NPC, and the joke was every single boy at this host club was a caricature of a boy trope. So you had the golden retriever boy, who's an actual golden retriever. You had the edgy boy, who was a tiefling. You had oh god, I'm trying to remember the other ones. You had the pretty boy, who I think was like a changeling or something. Like they were each like an archetype you'd see in a dating game because it's a host club, like in the anime.
I would just like to say,
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out that Ryuseki deserves a hero point because he made a very good pun. It's a rough life.
It's a rough life.
And then Mega the Nomadic Bard makes a very valid point. I have to play them makes the world
Mm-hmm.
and makes the character.
Yes.
Just saying.
Look, I'm just saying that there's a difference between playing the NPC and playing the like, for example, great example of this. There's a character in season 1 that no one remembers named Zashmaru.
Will you have to explain it this much?
Never
PJ?
forget Zashmaru.
Never forget.
Never.
Zashmaru,
Who wrote him out?
I did not write him out. Y'all just didn't actually talk to him past the first couple of times you did. So Zashmaru is, and you're probably going to correct me on this, please do, is a name-orific of the term Zashu, which I believe is mongrel. And the idea is his name is Mongrel. And he is a homeless Ronin with a very tragic backstory. I don't know if he ever really got into it, but his entire bit is that he's a homeless Ronin who made a homeless people's mercenary group called the Brotherhood of Dogs, I want to say it was called. Because what he says is dogs don't sleep indoors, dogs sleep outside. Dogs stick together, dogs lay in the dirt, dogs like get work done. And here he is. I actually have this artwork. I don't have Ilona, so I'll send it in the group chat, but this is Zashmaru.
Oh. He had art?
He had
yeah,
art.
yeah,
Oh,
PJ.
He definitely had art. And
I'll have to come back. Is Woodward one of them? That's what Reap Psyche just said.
Yeah, Woodward is his number one brother. He's brother number 1 because he gave him really good hooch. And so he joined this network of homeless people living in cities that were all undercover homeless mercenaries for Zashimaru. And, it's the whole character is meant to be about empowering, but also looking at the very real and ugly world of homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
He is someone that's been told his entire life that he deserves to live on the streets. He deserves to be homeless. And he's like, fuck you, I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to make the best damn thing out of it I can. And I'll stay homeless because fuck you. and that's why he does that. So yeah, like that's not a character that I'm like, oh, that's me, because how?
Mhm.
So
It's true. Also, it's time to wrap the show.
yes, I was just about to look for the raid, but thank you so much. While I'm looking for the raid, let us say our goodnights and our goodbyes. And let's start with, let's save Sidney for last. Let's start off with Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I am a Sam. I can be found on the internet. And if you don't know how at this point, I'll tell you because I'm not a gatekeeper. At Hey Sam Sterling on all the internet places. I can also be found at Gen Con officially. I'm going. Yes. So let's chill. Okay, that's it for me.
Well, next up, we have Wes. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi everybody, I'm Wes, or at Wes_IRL on all of the social media things. Realistically, this is where you can find me on the internet, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. PST, because I don't really do much on the internet right now because my job is making video games and that takes up a lot of time. But yeah, Sidney, we love you and we'll miss you.
Next up, we have Randy. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, I'm Randy Alvarenga. You can find me on Twitter as of right now at Roller Raja. That's ROLLERRAJA. If you got Blue Sky invitations, I'll take one of those because I'm looking for wherever else we're going because Twitter's dying. And it's like I can barely find people's posts now, and it makes me sad. And I'm not touching Thread with a 10-foot pole.
We should all get carrier pigeons. What do you think, Randy?
I would love to go back to that. Yeah. let's do
Project
it.
modernity. Embrace pigeon. Let's go.
Let's just send mail.
Yeah.
I'm totally here for this.
But yeah, like stuff I'm in. Oh, I did something that I'm really excited about recently. I was in a promo for the MLB All-Star game. I got to meet like 40 MLB players who were just all in Seattle. I got to like fist bump famous people and crack jokes, and I'm in the little promo for like a few seconds. But there are some people who weren't in any of it, so I'm glad they kept my stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, next up we have Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, as long as it's alive, kind of. I don't really post there though. When I'm not here, I am over on the Initiative Order here on Twitch, playing a Dresden File TTRPG every other Tuesday at about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We didn't play yesterday. We play this next Tuesday. I'm also in some other things that are going on that I can't quite talk about yet. And I will be not only performing at Midsummer Scream the weekend of the 28th, but I'll also be doing a panel at the same time. One is Saturday and the other is Sunday, so that's gonna be a great time. And I will also be performing at San Diego Comic-Con, so if you're there, come say hi and whatnot. It's gonna be a super fun time. Drink plenty of water. It's gonna be real hot, guys. I'm not ready.
Well,
That's all I got.
that's a lot of really cool shit, and congrats to all my friends going to San Diego Comic-Con. Speaking of which, City, do you want to go now or after me? We're gonna go last.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you want.
My name's PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ Megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter for now, and Blue Sky at PJMegaw.bluesky. Whatever, so who knows. Weird names. When I hear these amazing legends, you can also find me on some stuff with Queen Court Games on the new episodes of the All Night Society have been popping up on Spotify, and we're back in recording, so we got some really cool stuff coming down the pike. I think season 2 is getting close to the end. It's going to be really emotional, really epic, really cool shit. And also a project I really can't talk about, but I will say finished recording with some people that you may recognize in this group. Hopefully we will have that out soon, and I can't wait to tell you more about that when that time comes. Also, before I forget, I'll say it now because why not? August 19th, Saturday, 2 to 7 p.m., we here at Nat 20 Productions are getting ready to put up a charity game for the Rainbow Railroad. It's called Ocean's Elven. If you remember, sometime in Season 2, a certain group of people made a deal with Vallain Tarsian to try to put out a group of elves to steal the last Seed of Life back. And we're going to get to see how that adventure actually went down. August 19th with some great guests, but we'll tell you more about that when that time comes. Go ahead, check it out. It's for a great cause. But without further ado, Sidney, please tell
Hello.
us one last time on Nat 20 Productions, who are you and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Before I go into the things that you can find me on in the future, I need to give a send-off to the show as of now, and I will try and make it as brief as I possibly can. Edge of Legend has been, and Nat 20 Productions has been a labor of love for the past 3 to 4 years, ever since I met PJ in 2019 when we first started building this world together that is Edge of Legend. I've been producing, doing the social media, doing all the stuff for Edge of Legends, and it is really hard to walk away. I'm not gonna lie. But I am so happy for these amazing people that are telling this incredible story. And one of the reasons that I worked so hard to help us succeed is because I believe so much in everyone that is here at this table. Everyone here is an incredible talent and they are incredible storytellers, and I really believe the stories and the work that we are doing. So I can't wait to hear what happens in the rest of season 3. I am so fucking stoked. I can't believe I literally have in my notes Edge of Legend, Hellscape. What the fuck? Because it sounds so fucking amazing and so cool, and I'm really, really excited for you guys. And I'm gonna miss you so much on Wednesday nights. But I know that our friendship and our relationships transcends beyond the table. And I will see all of you and hopefully everybody in the chat on the internets and in real life. So when I'm not here on Wednesday nights, which I won't be in the foreseeable future, I have finally I can announce the project that I've been working on for the earlier half of the year. It's called Mysteries of the Maw. It is going to be premiering on Alec the Bard's YouTube channel July 15th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a Monsters of the Week campaign. It is super spooky, which, as you know, that is my favorite thing in the entire freaking world. And it has an amazing cast like Critical Bard, Tumid Lynx, who you might know from their Misty Mountain Legends with the dog with the sword on TikTok, Jackie Elena Chan, Latinos Against Spooky Shit. These amazing people who I'm telling an incredible story with, and I'm so excited to share with you. So if that sounds really interesting to you, check that out. I'm also going to Comic-Con. I'm on a few panels. I'm also going to be at Midsummer Scream, also going to be at Gen Con. Honestly, it's too much to put in a short outro, so just follow me on the internet and then you'll find out all the other stuff that I'm doing. But I want to thank all the incredible people that are here in this stream and all the incredible people in chat for being here for 3 years. Even if it was 3 years, if it was 2 days, if it was 3 months. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following along with the story, and thank you for appreciating the hard work that every single one of these people puts into this stream, because we're very lucky we get to tell the stories that we do. So, take it away, PJ.
Without further ado, we are going to be rating Hero Zone. So we will see you here, same Nat time, same Nat channel next week. Edge of Legends. Love you, everyone. See you next time. Be safe.
Bye.
And now we wait while it gets ready to raid. Alright, everyone, rating it. Hold on, rating in 3, 2, 1.